The following is a presentation of Baldwin Sports Live, your home for the Baldwin Bulldogs. Baldwin Sports Live is brought to you by Kelly Neufeld, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Baldwin State Bank, Heartland Plumbing, Family Medicine of Baldwin City, Morning Star Care Homes, Trindle Lumber Company, State Farm Agent Cody Anno, One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Rice Precision Manufacturing, Baldwin City Recreation Commission, Elite Chiropractic, the Lumberyard Arts Center, and by the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce. This is Baldwin Sports Live.
And it is week 8 of the high school football season as we are live from Lynn Dickey Field in Osawatomie tonight for two teams in search of that first victorious Friday night. Baldwin at 0-6, Osawatomie at 0-7 entering tonight. And that first win of the year will come to one of these teams despite similar records. Each come into tonight's game trending in kind of opposite directions. For Baldwin, the Bulldogs are coming off of easily their best performance of the season, a 37-28 loss to Santa Fe Trail, a game that saw the Bulldogs trail 34-6 in the second half before they put together a great second-half effort and battled back, outscoring Santa Fe Trail 22-3 over the final 18 minutes of that game. Unfortunately, they did fall short in that game, 37-28, but a great effort from the Bulldogs and their best performance of the year, and that's after being shut out in each of their first 4 games this year. The Bulldogs have now put up 34 points over their last 2, so they're hoping that they can use some of that momentum heading into tonight's game against Osawatomie, who they dropped to 0-7 following their largest loss of the year, a 48-0 shutout loss at Bishop Ward this past Friday night. The Trojans have now been outscored 134-8 over their last 3 games and suffering their 3 biggest losses of the year. So despite the tough season that both these teams have sort of been through to this point, they both know that there's potential for not just a win here tonight, but another opportunity perhaps awaiting them next Friday night as well to try to end this 2021 season on a high note. That positive feeling to close out an otherwise tough year, well, it can't be understated for both these programs as they look to build themselves back up. Depth has played a critical role for each of these teams this year. Their rosters are both composed of fewer than 30 guys. I think I was counting there during warm-ups. It looked like that Baldwin had 21 guys suited up tonight. Osawatomie had 23 guys suited up tonight, and many of them underclassmen. So that has been a challenge that both teams have faced all year long, having much fewer numbers than their opponents, but that is a challenge shared tonight, so the playing field sort of evened to an extent because of the both sides battling some numbers. An elusive first victory is there for the taking tonight for one of these teams. 0-7 Osawatomie, 0-6 Baldwin. We'll take a look at some of the matchups to watch tonight as we continue. It's the Baldwin Sports Live pregame show. Baldwin and Osawatomie squaring off tonight from Lynn Dickey Field in Osawatomie right here on Baldwin Sports Live.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the next members of their team of compassionate caregivers. If you're a certified nurse's aide or medication aide or interested in becoming certified with company reimbursement, apply today and join the locally owned care team at Morningstar Care Homes, offering paid leave, health, dental, and vision insurance and a low 5-to-1 patient-to-caregiver ratio. Apply online at morningstarcarehomes.com/careers or call 785-594-2603. Positions available in Baldwin City, Ottawa, Fredonia, and Neodesha.
Welcome back to the Baldwin Sports Live pregame show. We are in Osawatomie tonight as the Osawatomie Trojans play host to the Baldwin Bulldogs on their senior night. And let's take a look first before we dive into the matchups of this one, the current district standings here in Class 3A, District 3. And this has all been decided as far as the four teams making it out of the district. Hayden, Bishop Ward, Perry Lecompton, and Santa Fe Trail. They will all advance into the playoffs. Bishop Ward is at Hayden tonight. If Hayden wins, they win the district. If Bishop Ward wins, there's two scenarios that they could actually win the district. If they win that game against Hayden by more than 16 points, they would win the district. Or if they just win, period, and Santa Fe Trail defeats Perry Lecompton. That one probably the less likely of the two scenarios there. So Bishop Ward needing a 16-plus point victory at Hayden. Not likely either on that front. So it looks like Hayden probably going to be the District 3 winner this year, but the other three teams along with Hayden, Bishop Ward, Perry Lecompton, and Santa Fe Trail all headed to the playoffs. For Osawatomie and Baldwin, they have no shot at making it into the playoffs with this game tonight. So now it's a matter of who will they face next week in that Week 9 game. Jefferson West awaits the winner of this game tonight, and Royal Valley will play the loser of this game tonight. The away on that, I believe, what I've been told is the winner of this game tonight, Osawatomie and Baldwin, will host next week, and the loser of this game will have to travel next week. So don't take that as 100% fact. We'll wait to see what Keisha puts out next week for that Week 9 matchup, but that's what it appears like anyway right now as we enter this Week 8 ball game between 0-7 Osawatomie and 0-6 Baldwin, both 0-4 in the district, so the point differential is really irrelevant for them because they're going to have this head-to-head to decide who gets 5th, who gets 6th out of District 3. All right, take a look at how these two teams got here. The Osawatomie Trojans, you see their schedule on your screen right there. Got off to a decent start, if you will, in scoring on those first 4 ball games. A couple of touchdowns in 2 of those. They put up 22 points against Burlington, but all losses still. And then they've fallen on some tough times here. 38-0 loss to Hayden, 48-8 loss to Perry Lecompton, and a 48-0 loss to Bishop Ward. So they are struggling a bit over their last 3 ball games as they enter this one tonight on their senior night, hoping to pick up their first win of the year. The Baldwin Bulldogs, of course, they are still in search of their first win of this season as well. And 4 straight shutouts to start the season. It was not pretty in those first 4 ball games as the Bulldogs tried to find their footing. They finally got on the board in that Bishop Ward game. And really since about mid-second half of Bishop Ward's game, the Bulldogs have played some pretty good football outside of a couple of minutes late in the first half against Santa Fe Trail. They let the Chargers get a couple of late scores on them in that into the first half and then ended up battling back in the second half, but still fell short 37-28. So both teams still in search tonight of their first victories as we play Week 8 here of this high school football season. There will be again a game next week for them. We'll find out who and where that game is going to be. A look at some serious history between these two teams. This is their second meeting since 2017. They played last year. Baldwin routing Osawatomie a year ago. 40-6 was the final. The Bulldogs picking up that victory. And since 2000, Baldwin is 7-0 against Osawatomie. So they haven't played a ton, but the matchups they have had, Baldwin has owned the Trojans in those matchups. You got to go back to 1997, the last time Osawatomie defeated Baldwin. That was a 62-12 victory for the Trojans during what ended up being an 0-9 season for Baldwin that year back in 1997. So that was the last time Osawatomie defeated the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs hoping that streak does not end here tonight. So they'll look to once again hand Osawatomie loss for the second straight year and go to a perfect 8-0 against the Trojans since 2000. All right, let's take another timeout here on the Baldwin Sports Live pregame show. When we come back, we'll take a look at a few of the key matchups for this ball game tonight, including a key player not going to be out there for the Bulldogs might make a big difference in this game tonight. It's Baldwin and Osawatomie coming up here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Elite Chiropractic provides the latest and most effective adjusting techniques and soft tissue work, while staying up to date on current treatment research to ensure each patient receives their own specialized care. Dr. Ethan James operates with a patient-first mentality, with a goal to get you back to normal as quickly and efficiently as possible. Elite Chiropractic accepts most insurance plans and works with patients of all ages. Get the relief you deserve. Call 785-594-1191 to make your appointment with Dr. Ethan James at Elite Chiropractic.
Welcome back to the Baldwin Sports Live pregame show. We are getting set for Osawatomie and Baldwin here tonight on senior night for the Osawatomie Trojans. Let's take a look at a few of the matchups in this ball game as we get set for this 0-6 versus 0-7 matchup. For Osawatomie, they run the bit of a spread offense, a spread option is what they call it. An experienced senior quarterback, Jake Whitaker, is at the controls of this offense. But like Baldwin, a lot of youth surrounds him, and they will be looking to break off some big plays against a defense in Baldwin that has surrendered plenty of big plays this year. But we saw a couple of guys last week come up and make some big plays for this Baldwin defense against Santa Fe Trail. Wesley Martin, double-digit tackles last week. He's led the team all year. Jake Van Horn had a nice game last week, had 3 tackles for loss. We saw Sam Darnell come up with an interception for this Bulldog defense last week. And you get the feeling, Ryan, in this game that turnovers could play a key role, as both teams have had their fair share of them this year. So tonight, who can maybe clean up that aspect of it? Because there's going to be opportunities, you feel like, for defense tonight to come up with some turnovers and take the ball away. Which offense can avoid doing that might be the big key.
Yeah, definitely turnovers, penalties, negative plays. It's all going to be a big part of who's going to get their first win tonight. Each team knows it. I mean, it's a big opportunity. Like you mentioned earlier, you get another home game perhaps if you win this game next week, so you get kind of a extra senior night. That'd be nice. So there's a lot at stake, and yeah, I mean, limiting bad plays. Both teams, I think, will be able to move the ball pretty well, so we'll see how it goes tonight.
Defensively for the Osawatomie Trojans, a 4-3 look anchored by their defensive ends, Caden Fields and Matthew Fanning, both seniors. Fields, a very good-looking football prospect. He is 6'4", 287 pounds. He is certainly the anchor of both lines, defensively and offensively. He plays right tackle on the offensive line, plays that DN spot, which will be on either side. He'll move back and forth from right to left defensive end for Osawatomie. Certainly that's got to be a key if you're Baldwin tonight. Where's Fields, 57 in red? Where's he lined up? And maybe let's try to avoid him and then go to someone else.
Right, he's not going to be hard to find. He's going to be one of the biggest guys out there. So, yeah, running the other way that he's lined up might be thing Baldwin might look into tonight, but we'll see. Depth
has been an issue, as we talked about, for both teams this year, but that's sort of even now tonight because both are playing with very few guys comparatively to most of the opponents that they go up against. So which team, here we are, week 8, can last for 4 quarters and win again? Most of the time this year, these two teams haven't been in 4-quarter dogfights. Baldwin had one last week I don't know that it looked like they slowed down, and if anything, they got better as that game went along, which was a good sign for them. But tonight, that'll be tested, and they're also going to be without a big weapon tonight in Cole Mahaffey. But we'll talk more about that as we come back. We're going to pause for the national anthem. Starting lineups, opening kickoff coming up right after this here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Baldwin City, your partner for lifelong health. Experience the creative home for Baldwin City, the Lumberyard Art Center, featuring Lucy's Corner, a unique local arts boutique, an art gallery with year-round rotating exhibits featuring the work of local artists, creative classes for all ages, community theater, and of course, live local music with Lumberyard Live on High featuring area artists. Visit lumberyardartscenter.org for a full schedule of upcoming events and exhibits. The Lumberyard Arts Center. Create, play, innovate in the heart of downtown Baldwin City.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
Time for the starting lineups. Opening kickoff moments away as well here in Osawatomie. Those starting lineups are brought to you by your State Farm agent in Baldwin City. That's Cody Anno. Go see him and his team at 208 Baker Street in Baldwin City or call 785-594-0270. And they'll help you put together the perfect lineup of insurance coverage for auto, home, or life insurance, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno at State Farm in Baldwin City. Osawatomie's defensive starters, McKeel Clark and Jace Watkins, a pair of sophomores on the interior of their defensive line. DNs, a pair of seniors, Matthew Fanning and Caden Fields, who is their anchor. The outside linebackers are Nolan Noel, a senior, and Seth Carroll, a junior. The middle linebacker, junior Caden Gravatt. Corners are Wade Tigner and Duke Honasak, and the safeties, Ryan Spencer and Jake Whitaker. The Baldwin offense going up against that defense, Jake Van Horn, Wesley Martin, Jonathan Wren, Dylan Williams, and Brett Davidson. Left to right across the offensive line for the Bulldogs. Jack Harvey, the starting quarterback, the sophomore, has thrown for 4 touchdowns and run for another in the last 2 ball games. His running back is a sophomore, Cody Buck, coming off a season-high 8 carries and 65 yards last week against Santa Fe Trail. Wideouts, Riker Grossner, Connor Murray, and Sam Darnell. Darnell, 3 grabs for a $117 and a score last week, a 69-yard touchdown reception against Santa Fe Trail. The tight end is Zane Nowak. The name you didn't hear in that offensive starting lineup of the Bulldogs, though, was Cole Mahaffey, who has been a big play threat for the Bulldogs since taking the field for them in his 3 games now. 2 of those have only been at wide receiver. The other one he had to start at quarterback in place of Harvey was out. In those 2 games, 9 catches for 199 yards and 3 touchdowns. That's a production right there.
Yeah.
But they won't have that in this ball game tonight, and they're going to definitely miss out on his production. So Grossner, Darnell, perhaps Nowak going to have to step up tonight and make some of those plays that Mahaffey's been making the last several weeks.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a huge miss. You can't stress enough how much that's going to be. But, yeah, I mean, like you said, it's not about who's not here. It's about who's here, and somebody's going to have to step up and make plays. See if Harvey can make some plays with his feet, maybe Darnell and, like you said, Grossner on the outside. And hopefully we'll see how this goes.
You mentioned Harvey on the ground. Last 2 weeks, 11 carries for 44 yards against Bishop Ward, 11 carries, 47 yards against Santa Fe Trail. So he is starting to pick up the confidence in that scrambling and some of those designed runs for the quarterback as well. And I would imagine he's got a chance to put up similar, if not better, numbers in this one tonight. It's now time for the opening kickoff. And the opening kickoff tonight in Osawatomie is brought to you by Baldwin City Recreation Commission. Tomorrow is the day some of the region's finest beverage offerings are making their way to downtown Baldwin. You do not want to miss out on this thirst-quenching event coming to Baldwin for the first time. 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. tomorrow night. Online ticket sales close at midnight tonight. So if you want to get those pre-sale tickets, you got to get them before midnight tonight. You can purchase tickets at the event tomorrow if they're still available, but once they're out, they're out. So do not wait. Get them tonight before midnight online at baldwinrec.org. Get your tickets, the free glass that comes with it. And tomorrow, starting at 2 p.m., you can buy tickets downtown out in front of the BCRC office at 705 High Street. But again, if they're out, then you're out of luck. So don't wait. Bulldogs will kick off to start this ball game here this evening. So it'll be Osawatomie who's going to get the first crack at this. And we expect there to be some offense in this game tonight. We'll see if that expectation holds true as the Bulldogs kick it off, and it's fielded around the 35-yard line and brought back across the 40 by Duke Honasek. So pretty good field position here to start for Osawatomie on that short kickoff as they will set up at their own 45-yard line against a Bulldog defense that, again, is also with out in a halfy back of the back end of this defense, but they've got their leading tackler, the guy who calls the defense. You can see him in the front of the huddle, Wesley Martin, number 68, middle linebacker for this defense. They're leading tackler all year long, and he is probably going to have a busy evening tonight as well. A little trickery on first down for Osawatomie, and it backfires. They turn it over, trying the double reverse pass. It looked like they were going to go for the pass off of that. Jake Van Horn able to recover the fumble back at the 36-yard line. So we mentioned turnovers being a key factor in this game. One play, one turnover as the Bulldog defense comes up with a big turnover on the opening play of the game.
That's huge. Baldwin not forcing a ton of turnovers this year, but, I mean, yeah, Osawatomie just getting a little too cute on the first play. It's a huge break for Baldwin.
So the Bulldogs will start at the 36 of Osawatomie. Great starting field position for Jack Harvey and the Baldwin offense. And Harvey going to take a deep shot on first down. The feet get tangled up out there between Grossner and Honasek, and the ball falls incomplete. No flag of the play as both just kind of got their feet tangled, it looked like. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 for Baldwin. Well, we've been saying take some deep shots the last couple of weeks. They've started to open it up a little bit more, so they come out and fire a deep shot right away, and had Grossner not kind of got tripped up and lost his footing. It looked like it was there.
Yeah, I love that kind of, you hear it all the time, the quick change. Just get that turnover, and defense maybe not expecting it. You just take a deep shot right away.
2nd down and 10. Ball on the Osawatomie 36-yard line after an opening play turnover for the Trojans to start this game. Harvey, option look to the right side. Tucks it under the right arm, and he's going to run. A flag comes in as Harvey is taken out at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard run as it stands, but there was a penalty flag thrown back where Cody Buck was making a block, and he is called for a hold. So that wipes out the 6-yard run, and it'll come back and be 2nd down and 20 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, those are the negative plays we talked about in the open, the penalties and the turnovers. You got to try to avoid those if you're going to play winning football. Now you got 2nd and a mile.
They had cleaned up the penalties the last couple of games. Turnovers have still been a factor. They had 4 more turnovers last week. 19 total turnovers in 6 games this year, which is, you can do the math, a little more than 3 per game. When the margin for error is already slim enough, those turnovers certainly hurt. They've already forced a turnover tonight. Now they're trying to capitalize off of that. It's 2nd down and 20. Harvey quick over the middle. Darnell has the catch inside the 30. Drugged down short of the first down markers, but a nice pickup on 2nd down and 20. They get a big chunk of that yardage back. Nolan Noel makes the tackle after the end of that catch and run by Darnell. Give him 19 on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, one of the Dogs' favorite plays right there, just that play-action pop pass to Darnell. He's a huge target right over the middle. 3rd and short now after 2nd and a mile. It's a good play.
Harvey has been successful with his legs the last couple of weeks. This could be an ideal spot for that on a 3rd down and 1. Grossner instead gets it on the jet sweep, and a beautiful tackle coming in to cut him down at the hip. Noel, who made the stop on the previous play, makes another stop there and holds Grossner to no gain on the play, and it will force a 4th down and 1 decision. Actually, it looks like they may have even called him for a loss of a yard, so let's call it 4th down and 2 now for the Bulldogs at the 28-yard line of Osawatomie. Certainly going to go for it from here, but looked like initially Grossner was going to get that corner, but a nice play by Noel. So 4th down and 2. Big play on this opening drive as the Bulldogs trying to take advantage of a turnover, and they may get the 1st down because of a penalty flag. Osawatomie certainly came across, but let's see if they were drawn. They were not. It is an offside encroachment against Osawatomie, so that will move the chains thanks to the 5-yard penalty. That's one way to pick up a 4th down conversion.
Yeah, it's always a good idea, 4th and short. Sometimes those D linemen don't watch the ball. They just listen to the snap count.
And that takes the football to the 23-yard line of Osawatomie. And it gives Baldwin a new set of downs. 1st down and 10. Harvey with a fake to Buck. Rolls, throws to the sideline low. And incomplete, looking for Darnell. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass. Well, the Bulldogs have been a bit of a slow starting team, as they have just 6 points total and are averaging 19 yards per drive on their 13 first-half drives over the last 2 weeks. In the second half, their second-half drives, 28 points, averaging 50 yards a drive on those 6 second-half drives. So for whatever reason, they have not been able to get off to a quick start, but trying to use a turnover forced by the defense to buoy the offense early on here as Harvey is unable to get around the corner. Jake Whitaker, his counterpart at quarterback, and they're both starting in the secondary for the defenses for their respective teams tonight, comes up and makes the tackle on Harvey. It's a 3-yard run, gets it to the 20-yard line, and sets up a 3rd down and 7.
Probably 2-down territory again, just like that last 4th down play, so you don't have to get it all right here. Positive yardage.
This drive started at the 36-yard line of Osawatomie after a turnover. Quick flip out to Grossner in the right flat. Another solid tackle. That is Whitaker, who is on the opposite side of the formation, who makes that stop. And Grossner is dropped for about a 5-yard loss on the completed pass. So that makes it a 4th down and 13 coming up for the Bulldogs. And not really ideal to have to go for it 4th and 13, but you're certainly close enough. You're not going to punt from the 25-yard line, so they will likely go for it. We've seen that little quick kick from the quarterback before, but from this field position, you might as well go for it. Harvey on a rollout to his left, throws for Grossner, and it's through his fingers, incomplete. Even had he caught that, I don't know that he was going to be able to get the 1st down. Had the defender right there on him and would have still needed to pick up another 5 yards or so. So the Bulldogs turn it over on downs after the defense forced a turnover on one play. The Osawatomie defense, give them credit, a defense that's surrendering 37.5 points per game. And they come up with a big stop turnover on downs with 8:03 left in the opening quarter to get it back to the offense.
Yeah, it's tough. It's not only about forcing turnovers, but you got to take advantage of them, score off of them. But it's all right. We've got another possession coming up soon, so see if we can stop them.
They tried some trickeration on 1st down. Did Osawatomie a double reverse pass. Looked like they were trying to set up when they have their first possession. This time they go more conventional on the ground to Caro. And he'll pick up a solid 1st down carry. Michael Newman on the tackle for Baldwin, but Carroll picks up 7 on 1st down. It's 2nd down and 3. Carroll losing his footing. Up the middle he goes. Has the first down to the 41-yard line. Dylan Williams with the tackle. And that was actually not Carroll 21. And they said 27, but they don't have a 27. I think it was 21 still Carroll on that carry. Takes it out to the 41-yard line. This time Wesley Martin has him wrapped up in the backfield. No gain on that carry. So it's second down and 10 coming up. Nearing the midway point of this opening quarter. Second drive at the game for Osawatomie. They turned it over on just one play the first time they had it. They once again hand it off up the middle. And for the second straight carry, Carroll is stuffed pretty much as soon as he took the handoff. Looks like they give him a yard on that run. So third down coming up, third and long. They're going to call it 3rd and 7. Looks more about a 3rd and 8 to me. Regardless, the Bulldog defense, chance to make a stop. Whitaker again from under center. Immediate pressure in the backfield, and the Bulldogs stop that option look before it had a chance to get started. Whitaker dropped for a loss. Wesley Martin in there to make the tackle for the Baldwin defense. Zane Nowak in on that play as well.
Yeah, sorry, Bryce. Wesley Martin just doing what he's done all year. Just trying to block up that middle. Darnell's been in there as well. Just not allowing teams to just run it right down their throat. They've had to go around the outside.
Now that's a big stop to make it 4th and 9. If this is, it looks like they're going to go for it anyway. I was going to say if this is 4th and a couple, you may go for it. 4th and 9 from your own 42-yard line. And now Carroll wants to throw at the running back, looking like a busted play. A stiff arm keeps him alive. To the sideline he goes, forced out by Wesley Martin, short of the first down. They give him to about the 48-yard line, 6 yards, but he needed 9. And what really looked like a busted play on a 4th down and 9 goes wrong for Osawatomie. Wesley Martin the stop, and it's a turnover on downs back to Baldwin.
Yeah, they kind of motioned the quarterback out wide. I think they were trying to get him out wide as a receiver and then throw it to him, but he wasn't open, so he just had to tuck it and try to run for it. Good job by Baldwin to stop him short, though. Got another possession here, try to take advantage.
Yeah, another good field position to start here for Baldwin as well. 5:12 left to play in the opening quarter, still scoreless. Bulldogs, their first possession, moved it down around the 25-yard line before ultimately turning it over on downs. And here's a false start. Riker Grossner, the wide receiver on this near side, looked like he got off to a head start there, so that will cost the Bulldogs 5. And start this possession instead with a 1st and 15 as the ball is now back at their own 47-yard line.
Another beautiful night weather-wise, though. I think this makes the clean sweep for the regular season. Just beautiful every Friday night.
Yeah, outside of a little of a misty, rainy start to the season
right.
in Eudora, it has been pretty much perfect weather ever since. Harvey on the option. Little hesitation, keeps it. Picks up the penalty yardage and then some to the 44-yard line of Osawatomie. It's a 9-yard run on first down for Harvey. Stop made on the end of that run by Caden Gravatt. So a 9-yard run makes it second down and about 7, we'll call it 6 actually for Baldwin. Good job getting back to a manageable down and distance after that penalty to start this drive. Harvey on 2nd and 6. Handoff to Bruck, cut down to the backfield. Carroll knifing in to make that stop, a loss of a yard. Back to the 45-yard line. And it bring up 3rd down and 7. Buck coming off of his best game of the year, 8 carries for 65 yards last week against Santa Fe Trail. But his first carry tonight went for a loss of 1. Sets up 3rd down and 7 at the 45-yard line. Under 4 minutes left to play first quarter. Harvey on a design roll to his right, off the hands again of Grossner. Ball's incomplete. That's a couple of drops now for Riker Grossner, the sophomore wide receiver. And it sets up 4th down and 7. And now a little bit more of a decision if you're Baldwin. Your defense has played well enough. You might just decide to go ahead and punt this one and play some field position.
Yeah, this might be where we see one of those pooch punts that you mentioned earlier from Harvey. He's done a good job kind of pinning other teams deep, but we'll see.
Wouldn't fault the Bulldogs for just go ahead and taking a shot at the 4th and 7 either. They spread it out. 4 wide receivers, 2 at each side. Harvey wants to throw. On a roll, throws deep for Darnell, underthrown a bit. And that underthrow allows the defensive back, Honesak, to break it up. And the incomplete pass on a 4th down and 7 will be another turnover on downs for the Bulldogs.
Hey, you can't fault him, though. Like you said, take a shot. Just a little bit underthrown. I think if he lays that out there for Darnell, he might have a touchdown. But like you said, defense been playing well, so see if they can bow up again.
With 3:41 left to play in this first half, or first quarter, I should say. Osawatomie takes possession over at their own 45-yard line. So good field position to start for the Trojans, who spoiled good field position with a turnover on their opening possession. They get 5 yards out of Carroll on 1st down to start this drive. Andazola and Martin making the tackle at the end of that 5-yard run. Well, Carroll's been busy early. He's already carried 6 times for Osawatomie, and you get the feeling they've watched some game film and seen some defense or some offenses gash this defense with the run game, and they're going to lean heavily on Carroll tonight, it looks like. This time a read option. Whitaker pulls and keeps, takes it to the 46 of Baldwin. He'll be just short of a 1st down. Dylan Williams makes the stop after the 4-yard run. So 3rd down, 1 yard to go for Osawatomie with 2:48 and counting to go in this first quarter. I thought we might be in for some offensive fireworks tonight, but through nearly 10 minutes so far, it's been the defenses that have ruled the day to this point. 3rd down and 1. Whitaker, quarterback sneak, easily able to pick up the 1st down to the 43-yard line. 3 yards for Whitaker as he just plows forward to move the chains. Sets up a 1st down and 10 for Osawatomie with 2:18 left to play in the quarter from the Baldwin 43-yard line. Fake it to Caro, then pitch to Honesak. Ripped out of his hand by Harvey. Ball loose at the 35-yard line. A fight for the football, and it looks like Honesak got back on top of it. So Duke Honesak able to avoid the turnover after Harvey ripped it out of his hand. He picks up 7 yards on the carry, and it brings up 2nd down and 3 from the 35.
That's interesting. I was going to mention earlier that Harvey, I don't think, has played much defense this year. Mainly just kept him out on defense, avoid getting injured, play quarterback. But he's out there tonight making plays.
2nd down and 3. Caro up the middle. Ran right into Jake Van Horn, who's able to make the tackle short of the 1st down markers. Caro able to spin off of it forward for a couple. And it sets up a 3rd down and 1. Van Horn coming off his best game of the year last week for this Bulldog defense. Jake last Friday night had 3 tackles for loss, 6 tackles total in that game against Santa Fe Trail. 3rd down and 1 from the 34-yard line. Pitch it to Honesak again. Spinning him around. Darnell now driving him back, but the forward progress will spot it at the 32-yard line, and that is enough for a first down. A 2-yard run, and it's first down and 10. Osawatomie at the 32-yard line as we are under a minute left in this first quarter. Still scoreless, both teams looking for their first victory of the year. And it's been a stalemate so far with 23 seconds left in the quarter. First down and 10. Carroll up the middle. Not a lot there. Drugged down at the 31-yard line. It's a 1-yard run. Van Horn and Williams on the tackle. And that is going to take us to the end of the first quarter. So through one, no score. Baldwin and Osawatomie. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
When choosing a bank, wouldn't you prefer doing business with a local institution with years of commitment to our community? That's Baldwin State Bank. For more than 100 years, we've been providing products and services specifically tailored to our friends in Baldwin City. Whether it's a free checking account, savings for retirement, or your next loan, we'll be here. Because our roots are here. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Well, after one quarter tonight, no score. Baldwin and Osawatomie. 0-6 Baldwin, 0-7 Osawatomie. Somebody walking out of Lynn Dickey Field tonight with their first win of the season, and through one quarter, a stalemate with both defenses keeping each other off the board to this point. Osawatomie on their current drive. This will be the 8th play of this drive. The Trojans in the first quarter lost a fumble on their opening drive, turned it over on downs on their second drive. Now here on their third drive of the game, have it second down and 9 at the 31 of Baldwin. A play fake and a throw for the first time for Whitaker. And he overshoots his wide receiver, Wade Tickner, down the right sideline. It'll set up a third down and 9. First time Whitaker has gone to the air in this game. And it's interesting, you watch some of the film on them, they've thrown the ball a lot more than what they have tonight because of game script has kind of forced that. Tonight, being able to lean a little bit more on their rushing attack. But now on 3rd and 9, they have to go back to the air again. Pass caught by Honasack at the 25-yard line. Harvey and Grossner rip him down at the 20, but an 11-yard completion on 3rd down and 9 moves the chains for Osawatomie. Big 3rd down conversion to take it down to the red zone now, right on the edge of it at the 20-yard line, just underway in this second quarter. Experienced senior quarterback in Jake Whitaker on his senior night here at Osawatomie, trying to lead his Trojans to their first victory of the year. He'll keep it himself, quarterback keeper, and Williams makes the tackle for Baldwin after a 4-yard run down to the 16-yard line. Second down and 6 coming up for the Trojans. Have scored just 8 points their last 3 ball games. Their 3 biggest losses of the year in terms of margin of defeat. 48-0 last week, 48-8 the week prior, and 38-0 3 weeks ago against Hayden, Lecompton, and Bishop Ward, those 3 ball games. Baldwin has trended in the other direction after 4 straight shutouts to start their year. 6 points against Bishop Ward, and then a explosion for 28 last week. That pass from Whitaker spiked into the ground at the feet of Honasack, so it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6 with 10:47 left in the half. Ball at the 16-yard line of Baldwin. Bulldog defense trying to stiffen up with a red zone stop. Whitaker has a man wide open out of the right flag. It's Honasak again, who already caught one third down conversion on this drive, and now he's got another one. Put it at the 9-yard line, 7-yard completion, and a new set of downs for Osawatomie.
Yeah, Baldwin just giving a lot of cushion on the outside, kind of a bend but don't break approach. See if they can keep that approach going and not break, get a goal line stand.
Officially mark it at the 8-yard line, so an 8-yard completion. Second completion on this drive. Both have come on third downs for Whitaker, and it sets up Osawatomie with a first down and goal at the 8-yard line. A lot of motion in the backfield. Ending up with it is the quarterback, Whitaker, on the keep. Sam Darnell drags him down at the 6-yard line. 2-yard run for Whitaker, and it's second down and goal at the 6. Long drive being put together here by Osawatomie. 13 plays so far on this drive. And you're looking at over 5, almost 6 minutes now on this drive for Osawatomie. Second and goal at the 6. Whitaker again keeps, and lunging forward is in for the touchdown. 6-yard touchdown run for the senior quarterback, Jake Whitaker. And Osawatomie strikes first with 9:55 left to play in the first half. The Trojans take a 6-0 lead. Great drive by Osawatomie. 14 plays, 55 yards. And they get the touchdown run. Now they will go up the 2-point conversion. Again, they go with a reverse. Honasak gets the corner and is in. 2-point conversion successful. And that makes it 8-0 Osawatomie with 9:55 left to play in the first half. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
Experience the creative home for Baldwin City, the Lumberyard Art Center, featuring Lucy's Corner, a unique local arts boutique, an art gallery with year-round rotating exhibits featuring the work of local artists, creative classes for all ages, community theater, and of course, live local music with Lumberyard Live on High featuring area artists. Visit lumberyardartscenter.org for a full schedule of upcoming events and exhibits. The Lumberyard Art Center. Create, play, innovate in the heart of downtown Baldwin City.
Eight 0 Osawatomie with 9:55 left to play in the first half. The Trojans putting together a big-time drive. 14 plays, 5 minutes, 46 seconds off the clock, 55 yards on the drive. Capped off on a 6-yard touchdown run by Jake Whitaker, their quarterback. And then Duke Honasak with the 2-point conversion run to make it 8-0 Trojans.
Yeah, Bulldogs can't let that drop their heads, though. Kind of what we expected coming in was a back-and-forth game, a lot of points, a lot of yards. So you just have to get the ball back, respond, see if we can get something going in the air, maybe Harvey on the ground, but can't get frustrated early.
Kickoff is short and angled towards the sideline. Buck touches it inbounds and takes it out of bounds with him at the 27-yard line. And they're going to mark it at the 26-yard line. Had that ball bounded out on its own, and Bulldogs would have gotten that ball up about 10 yards further, but it was going to be iffy whether that ball was going to get out in time before Osawatomie would have had a chance to pounce on it. So Buck really had no choice, had to go ahead and just cover that one up. So what kind of an answer does the Baldwin offense have in them? Starting at the 26-yard line with 9:54 left to play in the first half. Now trailing 8-0, and there's another false start as it looked like Grossner once again was a little bit ahead of the snap. Oh, no, they called this one actually on the defense.
Be a little break for the Bulldogs there. I was with you. I thought we jumped early.
So that goes against Osawatomie's defense, makes this a shorter first down, 1st and 5. Ball on a 31-yard line now. Bulldogs in this ball game with their 3rd possession right now. Their first drive went 7 plays, but only 16 yards. And their second possession lasted just 4 plays, and both times they turned it over on downs. Fake to Murray, and Harvey takes off, breaks 1 tackle, takes it to the 49-yard first down run on a 1st and 5. They're going to mark it actually at the 41, so give him 10 yards on the carry and a Bulldog first down.
Yeah, Harvey's just been running hard all year. So impressed with the way he's ran the ball, lowered his shoulder, punishing the defenders for tackling him all year.
Jack only a sophomore, but great size, 6'2", 185 pounds, sophomore quarterback. Leads the team in rushing this year, 30 carries for 111 yards. Has the only rushing touchdown of the season for Baldwin. Wants to throw, flips it out to his tight end, Nowak in the flat. 9-yard first down completion. Wade Tigner makes the stop. And they'll take 9 first down yards to their tight end, Nowak. And it's 2nd down and 1 coming up.
Yeah, Nowak might actually be a big X factor in this one. So much attention being put on Grossner and Darnell that we might have to see him over the middle sometimes to get a little out route. Good first down gain.
Only has 3 catches on the year coming in, does Zane Nowak, the senior tight end. 2 of those came against Bishop Ward. His other catch was back in the Hayden game. That 9-yard completion sets up a 2nd down and 1. Connor Murray gets the handle this time to the 46-yard line. Caden Fields on the tackle after the first down run by Murray. 5-yard run on first down moves the chains. Murray has been a bit quiet the last couple of weeks for Baldwin. He was their starting running back to begin the year. And he handled it 15 times in their first 2 games of the year, but each of the last 2 weeks he's had just 1 carry. First down and 10 at the 46. Bulldogs go with the option. Harvey to keep. Churning his legs forward. Jack Harvey is close to another first down. Looks like he'll be a yard short. Tackle made by Caden Gravatt. But a 9-yard run sets up 2nd down and 1.
Been a really good drive so far for the Bulldogs, just taking what the defense gives them, not trying to force anything.
They've gotten into that mode where they have to take a bunch of deep shots in previous games. This is that type of game, and you mentioned kind of there with Nowak, where you don't have to necessarily take all those deep shots because this is a defense that you can pick up chunks of yards, put together lengthy drives against. If you can avoid those negative plays, which have too many times come up and bit the Bulldogs this year. How about the space here on this carry for Connor Murray? He was a dozen yards or more down the field before he even ran into any contact. He is brought down eventually at the 22-yard line by Ryan Spencer, but it's a 15-yard run for Connor Murray, and it's another first down for the Bulldogs.
That was one of the biggest holes the offensive line's opened up all year. It's a huge hole. Like you said, he didn't get touched till 10, 12 yards down the field.
Almost doubles his previous longest rush of the year, which was 8 yards. That 15-yard run makes it first down and 10 at the 22-yard line for Baldwin. Nice drive going here as they try to answer the Osawatomie score. Harvey, that looked like it was almost forward, but they're going to, nope, the far line judge is saying incomplete. I was going to say, they threw a flag as well, but they're going to wave the flag. I think the official was meaning to reach for the beanbag to throw for a fumble, which it was an incomplete pass. So, fortunately for the Bulldogs, the far side line judge was all over it there as Harvey on the speed option. We've seen that multiple times, Ryan, where they've gone with that speed option, and I don't know, I don't think it's by design to throw it forward like that, but it's happened enough times that perhaps that's the wrinkle in there. The safety net is pitch it forward, and that way it's dropped. It's an incomplete pass.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I mentioned it before. He looks like the timing's just off, but it might be just doing it on purpose. The pitch is bad. It's just an incomplete pass.
So it's second down and 10 at the 22-yard line for Baldwin. Harvey rolls, throws low, down to make the catch. Grossner does secure that catch. He's had a couple of drops in this game, and then that one had to go down to the turf to make it. But he successfully hauls it in. Unfortunately, because he had to go down to the grass to make the catch, it takes away any chance to pick anything up after the catch. So it's a 3-yard completion to Grosvenor. It sets up the Bulldogs with a 3rd down and 7 from the 19-yard line of Osawatomie.
See if that can get Grosvenor going on the outside. Going to be a big factor in this one.
He lines up wide to the right now on 3rd and 7. Harvey rolls that direction. Throws underneath to Darnell. Nice grab and run after the catch down to the 10-yard line. And that is a 1st down for Baldwin. They get 9 yards on a 3rd down and 7 as Sam Darnell hauls in his 2nd catch of this ball game and a big one for a 1st down.
Yeah, both teams putting together nice long drives. Just meticulously moving the ball down the field.
An 8-play drive to this point for Baldwin. Their 9th snap coming up from the 10-yard line of Osawatomie. It's just outside of the 10, so they still can get a 1st down inside the 1-yard line. Harvey motions Nowak to the right side, and that's the way he runs. Cuts it back, sniffing the goal line, and he is in after another broken tackle. Another strong run by Jack Harvey, and the sophomore quarterback has his 2nd rushing touchdown of the season, and the Bulldogs are a 2-point conversion away from tying the game up.
Another strong run from Harvey, just not letting anybody bring him down.
Big time answer after surrendering the 8 points to Osawatomie. This offense needed a response, and they get the perfect response on a 9-play touchdown drive. Now can they cap it off with a 2-point conversion to tie the game back up?
I say this is big. You don't want to start chasing points early.
Harvey flips it out to Darnell, who's in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So they do answer, and they have tied it up 8-all with 5.5 to play in the 2nd quarter. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
A 9-play, 4-minute, 25-second drive that goes 70 yards down the field for a 10-yard touchdown run by Jack Harvey. And then the 2-point conversion pass from Harvey to Darnell has tied this game up 8 apiece between Baldwin and Osawatomie. Back-to-back scoring drives. After a 14-play touchdown drive by Osawatomie, Bulldogs answer with a 9-play touchdown drive. And we're all square at 8 apiece with 5.5 minutes left to play in the 2nd quarter. Kickoff bounces at the 25-yard line, picked up on a hop by Tigner, and he is slammed down at the 32-yard line. Bulldog tackle made by Zane Nowak. Rice Precision Manufacturing is hiring. They're a family-owned company in Baldwin City and in Houston, Texas, and a fast-growing company as well that services many different industries, from food processing to heavy and light industrial, oil and gas, and many more, with state-of-the-art machine tools and a great work environment with excellent pay and competitive benefits. Inquire with an email to jobs@riceprecision.com to find out how you can join the team at Rice Precision Manufacturing in Baldwin City. 5:25 remains until halftime, and Osawatomie will take the field after a 14-play touchdown drive the last time they had it. They start with Whitaker on the ground, and he meets his match right in the hole that time. Stood up and dropped by Josh Mayo. Short gain. Just a yard to the 33, brings up 2nd down and 9.
Baldwin defense doing a great job so far. I mean, these option teams can be so frustrating to play against. Takes so many guys doing their job. tracking their individual guy, but doing a good job so far. No real chunk plays yet.
So they've called it a 2-yard gain now. 2nd down and 8. And Whitaker is wanting to throw, being pressured by Martin, throws back across his body to Hunnisack for the first down. Vance Morgan makes the tackle, but Hunnisack, who has been Whitaker's favorite target without question to this point, takes that out to the 43-yard line, a 9-yard completion. The 3rd grab for Hunnisack, and it's a first down for Osawatomie. Four and a half to play until halftime. Bulldogs would love to get a stop. They're going to get the ball to start the second half. So you get a stop here, give yourself a chance to maybe go down and put together back-to-back scoring drives. Would be huge in this one. You know, what's been a pretty even matchup so far. Whitaker on the run, can't get past Harvey. Jack Harvey slings him down at the 44-yard line, and Whitaker slow to get up for the Trojans.
Quarterback on quarterback violence.
It's a 2-yard run for Jake Whitaker. But more important for Osawatomie right now is the health of their senior quarterback. He is going to remain in the ball game. Got his play call from his head coach, Bo Gadwood, in his first season as the head coach here in Osawatomie. And his senior signal caller is back under center after a 2-yard first down run. It's 2nd down and 8. Fumbled the snap. A pile there where that quarterback center exchange happened. And Osawatomie able to keep possession. And now the Trojans are going to take a timeout as well. So after Whitaker was shaken up on the first down play, a fumbled snap on the 2nd down play will set him up with a 3rd down and 10. We're back in a moment. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Baldwin City, your partner for lifelong health.
.310 left to play in the first half in Osawatomie from Lynn Dickey Field tonight. And a 3rd down and 10 coming up for Osawatomie after they fumbled the snap on a 2nd down play. During that timeout, the whole time, the training staff was working with senior quarterback Jake Whitaker. He remains in the ball game. Looks like they were working with his right arm, right shoulder perhaps, which certainly is not ideal for a right-handed quarterback. But he'll tough it out for the moment, stay in there for a 3rd down and 10. And he'll try to throw. Instead has to pull it back down, lunges forward, maybe gets back to the original line. Looks like he's going to be short of that even, so it's a sack for Michael Newman. Mark it at the 41-yard line, a 1-yard loss on the sack, and Whitaker again comes up gingerly holding that right arm.
It's been really fun to watch the improvements of this Baldwin defense just week to week. Been getting better every single week, and they're showing it here.
Well, it's only natural that a team as youthful as Baldwin is that they would get better week in, week out. And that is certainly got to be something that Bob Lisher is looking forward to, thinking down the road, the improvement they've made in what's been a growing pains year for them. Grossner on the return, whipped out of bounds by Tickner. And I think the Bulldogs had 12 guys on the field. There's a flag on the far side, and Vance Morgan was running off of the field late. Didn't make it off when that ball was snapped. So either they played that with 10 or he was the 12th man who didn't get off the field. Discussion right now with the officiating crew. Even if it is against the Bulldogs, it'll still be 4th down. And that is the call. 12 men on Baldwin. So they're going to see what Bo Gadwood wants to do as far as enforcement on this penalty. I don't think you can enforce it on the end of that play on this particular case. I think you get one option. That's to
kick it.
Right, you can move it up 5 yards from the previous line, which was the 40. You can take the ball back to 45 and re-kick, or just decline it and take the result. That's what they're going to do. They're just going to decline and take the result of the play.
So another good defensive possession for Baldwin. Get the ball back, see if you can put another drive together, take the lead. Like you were saying, you get the ball, start the second half, so maybe give yourself a nice little cushion here.
Yeah, you get a back-to-back possession opportunity, really. And in a game that has been basically copycat possessions so far, having a chance to put back-to-back scoring possessions together without your opponent getting a chance to possess the ball could be huge. Bob Lisher now has to take a timeout. They're having trouble getting the personnel lined up, so not risking a delay. A game, a timeout is used. We'll step aside with 2:22 left in the half. We're tied up 8-8 between Baldwin and Osawatomie on Baldwin Sports Live.
Elite Chiropractic provides the latest and most effective adjusting techniques and soft tissue work, while staying up to date on current treatment research to ensure each patient receives their own specialized care. Dr. Ethan James operates with a patient-first mentality, with a goal to get you back to normal as quickly and efficiently as possible. Elite Chiropractic accepts most insurance plans and works with patients of all ages. Get the relief you deserve. Call 785-594-1191 to make your appointment with Dr. Ethan James at Elite Chiropractic.
.222 left to play first half in Osawatomie tonight. All square, Trojans and Bulldogs, 8 apiece. As Baldwin takes over on their own 32-yard line. Handoff to Buck. He wants to throw and does get rid of it as he was being taken down by Clark in the backfield, but Buck able to avoid a big loss on the play by getting rid of that football. Wanted to throw it back to Harvey. It's simply an incomplete pass, but it's all said and done. It'll bring up a second down and 10 from the 31-yard line.
That was a really good play from Buck to avoid big negative play there. Put yourself behind the chains, and then it just changes everything about the drive. I like it, though, opening up the playbook a little bit. A little halfback pass action.
The big play guy is slot left, Sam Darnell. He's their top receiver this year with 252 yards on 18 receptions coming in. He's got another couple tonight. They're going to go option that way. The pitch is low. This time it's ruled a pitch and a fumble, and it is recovered by Osawatomie, it looks like. Whitaker recovers it at the 25-yard line. So Baldwin turns it over for the first time tonight with 2:09 left to play in the half and sets up Osawatomie with a golden opportunity.
That's something that happens with some young quarterbacks sometimes when you try to run option left. Just that right-handed quarterback's pitching with their left hand sometimes. It feels unnatural. I know I couldn't do it. I think that's kind of what happened there. Is that time they had the timing right. Was not a forward pass, obviously, but just an errant pitch and went right into the ground.
Puts the defense in a tough spot here as they now will try and defend a short field with 2:09 left to play in the half. Whitaker out of the spread. Speed option comes left side. Pitch to Caro. Hit by Darnell. Got away from that tackle, and Jake Van Horn cleans it up at around the 22-yard line. 3-yard run for Caro, who was a busy man early on in this ball game for the Trojans, but he has not been quite as much of a focal point of the offense the last couple of series when they've kind of featured the quarterback Whitaker more, but he picks up 3 yards on this play, and it's a second down and 7.
See the quarterback Whitaker, that time they were an option left as well. He just kind of two-hand pitched it instead of that one-hand lateral. Might be something Harvey wants to look into.
A minute and a half to play in the second quarter. Whitaker over the middle and is picked off Intercepted by Miguel Andazola. He wants to take it the other way, and he has stopped it around the 30. Whitaker, the quarterback, makes the tackle. There is a flag on the play on the return. So Andazola coming up with a big play for the Bulldog defense, stepping in front of that pass intended over the middle for the tight end, and Andazola with the pick. Let's check the penalty flag. It did come in after the interception, so the interception will stand. It's a block of the back against the Bulldogs, but that does not take away the big play by Miguel Andazola.
So huge. You just turn the ball over, give them good field position, and then just take it right back with the interception. Great job jumping that route. Sorry, Bryce.
No, you're good. A minute and 17 seconds left, so not a whole lot of time to go down and get that back-to-back possessions we were talking about earlier, Ryan, but my, what a big play by the defense.
Yeah, the way this thing's been going last few possessions, you might just want to take this into half, but we'll see if they try to take a couple shots.
Harvey hands off on first down. Buck trying to find the cutback lane. Not a lot there for Cody. Moves it out to the 11-yard line, a 3-yard run on first down. Gravatt and Fields team up to make the tackle.
Looking across the other sideline, Coach Lister is the most animated I've seen him all year. I think he can really sense that this is a very winnable game for Baldwin. He's not happy with some of the turnovers and mistakes, but he's got to be happy with taking the ball away, kind of balancing things out.
They have forced 2 turnovers in this first half. Gave it away once themselves. We're under a minute left in the half as Cody Buck will take it for a second straight handle. Not a lot there. 2 more for Cody, and the Bulldogs will not have to snap it again if they don't want to. And that may just take us to the half. They don't seem to be in too much of a hurry as Harvey walks back towards the huddle. And that's going to do it for this first half. So 1 half in the books, and we are no closer to deciding the winner than we were when we started this one. 8-8. Osawatomie with a touchdown that was answered in the ensuing possession by Baldwin, and we're all even through 1 half of football. The Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show is coming up next here on Baldwin Sports Live. Osawatomie and Baldwin tied at 8 at the half.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the next members of their team of compassionate caregivers. If you're a certified nurse's aide or medication aide or interested in becoming certified with company reimbursement, apply today and join the locally owned care team at Morningstar Care Homes. Offering paid leave, health, dental, and vision insurance and a low 5-to-1 patient to caregiver ratio. Apply online at morningstarcarehomescom/careers or call 785-594-2603. Positions available in Baldwin City, Ottawa, Fredonia, and Neodesha.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
An 8-8 ball game at the half in Osawatomie tonight at Lynn Dickey Field. It is the halftime show brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services agent in Baldwin City, Kelly Neufeld. There to help you protect what matters most. That's Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting and see how Kelly and his team can help you achieve your financial goals, both present and future. at the half means it's time for the Baldwin Sports Update, and this is more like a Baldwin Sports postseason update as we've reached that time of the year. Let's start with boys soccer. As you see the schedule there for the Baldwin soccer team, they are coming off of a loss to Spring Hill, 2-0 loss in their regular season finale. That closed out their record at 11-4-1, but that 11-4-1 record for the Bulldogs earned them the number 2 seed in the 4A state playoffs on the east side. There are the final East Region standings, a 4-way tie atop the standings: Lewisburg, Baldwin, Prairie Village, KC, Christian, and Eudora. But via the tiebreakers, which come down to the fewest goals allowed in this case, would be Lewisburg, who surrendered just 16 goals this season. Baldwin coming in second with 19 goals against. So that's how the standings broke down, and the Baldwin Bulldogs, number 2 seed in the East Region in Class 4A as they begin the postseason. They will prepare for postseason play that begins on, it looks like, Tuesday, I think, is their first round game. The official brackets have not been released by Acacia yet, but they have it listed as a Tuesday game, 4 o'clock in Baldwin for the number 2 seed. So I think that would be the matchup there, and I believe it'll be against Maranatha Christian Academy, who finished 1-12-1 on the year with their 1 win coming back in their season opener against Paola. I believe Tonganoxie and Chanute will match up in the 7-10 game in that regional bracket there, but I'm not 100% sure on that. That is not solid bet with Acacia, but that's how it looks to me anyway by reading how the standings are. Regardless, the Bulldogs prime for another deep run in the postseason, coming off a regional championship last year, and they're going to hope to start their run towards another regional championship and perhaps more this season with 11-4-1 record and the number 2 seed in the 4A East side of the playoffs. Meanwhile, volleyball, they are headed to the postseason that starts tomorrow for them. There's a look at the Class 4A rankings with sub-state tournament tomorrow in Baldwin. A tremendous season for the Bulldogs, who finished 26-4. They close out the year in that number 3 spot in the 4A rankings by the Kansas Volleyball Coaches Association. Here's a look at the sub-state bracket for tomorrow. And you see Baldwin as the top seed, the host in this particular sub-state, a 5-team sub-state. It all starts tomorrow at 1 o'clock with that match between Chanute, the 15, and Coffeyville Field Kindley, the 18. Those 2 teams, whoever wins that one, will then turn around and immediately play, well, not immediately, but 20 minutes following that conclusion of match number 1, will face Baldwin in match number 2 of the day. Then it's Lewisburg and Parsons in the 7-10 game. That will follow the first semifinal, which will feature Baldwin, and then the championship match will follow 10 to 20 minutes after that Lewisburg-Parsons semifinal, and we'll crown a sub-state champion tomorrow in Baldwin. We will have live coverage of this sub-state volleyball tournament for you tomorrow from Baldwin High School, so you can catch it all right here on Baldwin Sports Live. Of course, we'd love to see you out there cheering on the girls as well, who have put together one of the best schools or best seasons in school history. Number 3 ranked team in Class 4A by the Coaches Association, the number 2 overall seed in the 4A state playoffs, which begin tomorrow, and the Bulldogs will be looking to punch their ticket back to the state tournament for the first time since 2017, and overall looking for their 6th all-time state tournament bid. Cross country has their postseason tomorrow as well. Regional cross country, that will also be held in Baldwin out at Baldwin Golf Course. So go out there and cheer on the runners in the morning, then catch some volleyball in the afternoon. The girls' race begins at 10. The boys' race follows at 10:45 at Baldwin Golf Course. There are 4 regional meets total. This one, a pretty stacked field, especially on the girls' side. Those are the rankings from the Cross Country Coaches Association. 3 of the top 4 teams in the 4A rankings are in this regional. Eudora, who's number 1, Baldwin, who's number 2, and Lewisburg, who is number 4, and then several others down there in the others category of the Coaches Association vote. So a stacked field there on the girls' side. Now, 3 of the top 3 teams in the region advance. So even all 3 of those top teams are in this region. All 3 could still advance on, and then the top 10 individuals, but it should be a super competitive race at the top there for the girls, as Baldwin, of course, the defending 4A state champs. They certainly have a shot at making another run at a state title this year. On the boys' side, a lot of quality teams there as well. You see 3 of the top 7 ranked teams in the boys' side as well, the bottom 3 of that top 7, if you will. So not quite as top-heavy as the girls' side, but certainly a competitive field nonetheless, and what should be some good races out at Baldwin Golf Course tomorrow in the 4A cross-country regional. So that's a look at your Baldwin Sports Update. We are at the half in our ball game here, and it is all tied between Baldwin and Osawatomie. 8-8 our halftime score. You're watching the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show on Baldwin Sports Live.
At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Baldwin City, your partner for lifelong health. Experience the creative home for Baldwin City, the Lumberyard Art Center, featuring Lucy's Corner, a unique local arts boutique, an art gallery with year-round rotating exhibits featuring the work of local artists, creative classes for all ages, community theater, and of course, live local music with Lumberyard Live on High featuring area artists. Visit lumberyardartcenter.org for a full schedule of upcoming events and exhibits. The Lumberyard Arts Center. Create, play, innovate in the heart of downtown Baldwin City.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Halftime in Osawatomie, all even 8 apiece between Baldwin and Osawatomie in this Week 8 ball game. It's the halftime show presented by Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. More than just insurance coverage, they are. Farm Bureau is there to assist you in your insurance as well as investments and your wealth management needs. Go see Kelly and the team in downtown Baldwin City. Sit down face-to-face and discuss your financial well-being and how Farm Bureau Financial Services can help. Let's take a look at the first half stats here as we are knotted up 8 apiece. And Osawatomie so far in this game, 86 yards of offense, 58 on the ground, 28 through the air. Very similar numbers for Baldwin, 99 yards of offense, 64 rushing, 35 passing. Baldwin averaging 4 yards per play, Osawatomie averaging 3 yards per play. Osawatomie has run 28 plays, Baldwin has run 24. Time of possession for Osawatomie, 12:47. Baldwin 11:13, so pretty even across the board. The Bulldogs have 1 turnover on a lost fumble. Osawatomie with a pair of turnovers, an interception, and a fumble. Neither team has been hit too hard by penalties. 3 penalties for Baldwin, 2 penalties for Osawatomie to this point, and it's really been kind of a mirrored game. What you do, we'll do, and that's led us to an 8-8 ball game so far as Osawatomie started out the game losing a fumble on the first play from scrimmage. Baldwin on the ensuing possession, turnover on downs. Osawatomie got it. They went 6 plays but turned it over on downs. Baldwin answered with another turnover on downs, and that's when both offenses finally got going. Osawatomie putting together a 14-play, 55-yard drive, 5 minutes and 46 seconds off the clock. It was capped off by a 6-yard touchdown run by Jake Whitaker and a 2-point conversion added on the run by Duke Hunnisack. That made it 8-0 Osawatomie, but on the ensuing possession, Baldwin 9 plays, 70 yards, 4 minutes, 25 seconds, and a 10-yard touchdown run from Jack Harvey, who then threw the 2-point conversion pass to Sam Darnell. And the Bulldogs tied this game back up at 8 apiece. After that, a punt from Osawatomie, followed by a lost fumble by Baldwin, then an interception thrown by Osawatomie as Miguel Andazola picked off a Whitaker pass to set up what was just a couple of running plays for Baldwin to then close out the half. So very even back and forth first half, and when one team scored, the other team was able to answer. That lead did not last long for Osawatomie. Baldwin tying this game right back up. Some of the individual numbers in that first half. We'll start with Osawatomie. Jake Whitaker, their quarterback, 3 of 6 through the air for 28 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. On the ground, 10 carries, 19 yards, and a touchdown. The leading rusher for Osawatomie, Seth Caro, 9 carries, 34 yards on the ground. Duke Hunyasak with 2 carries for 9 yards in that first half. Leading receiver was Hunyasak, 3 catches for 28 yards. He caught all 3 of Whitaker's completions. For the Bulldogs, Jack Harvey, 5 of 11 through the air in the first half for 35 yards. No touchdowns, no picks. He added 41 yards rushing on just 6 carries and the touchdown. So it's his 3rd straight game now over 40 yards on the ground. 20 yards on just 2 carries for Connor Murray. 3 carries for 4 yards for Cody Buck. Leading receiver in that first half for the Bulldogs was Sam Darnell. 2 grabs for 28 yards. 1 catch for 9 yards for the tight end Zane Nowak. And Riker Grossner caught 2 passes in the first half, but they went for a total of -2 yards. So the Bulldogs and the Trojans all even, 8 apiece through 1 half of football so far in Osawatomie tonight. We'll take a timeout, come back and wrap things up here on the Farm Bureau Financial Services post-game show. It's 8-8 Baldwin Osawatomie through 1 half of football from Lynn Dickey Field in Osawatomie tonight on Baldwin Sports Live.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face-to-face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Elite Chiropractic provides the latest and most effective adjusting techniques and soft tissue work, while staying up to date on current treatment research to ensure each patient receives their own specialized care. Dr. Ethan James operates with a patient-first mentality with a goal to get you back to normal as quickly and efficiently as possible. Elite Chiropractic accepts most insurance plans and works with patients of all ages. Get the relief you deserve. Call 785-594-1191 to make your appointment with Dr. Ethan James at Elite Chiropractic.
Welcome back to the Baldwin Sports Live halftime show, brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. If you're looking for personal service from a local agent with a great company, then Kelly Neufeld is your guy. Give him a call at 785-594-1055. Kelly and his team are proud supporters of the Baldwin Bulldogs, and they'd love to support you and your financial future as well. Go see them at their offices in downtown Baldwin City or call 785-594-1055. It's your future. Let's protect it. Halftime in Osawatomie, 8-8. Our halftime score here. District standings, take a peek at them right there. These two teams battling to not finish in the cellar of District 3 in Class 3A. Neither can make the playoffs at this point, but the winner of this game will finish 5th. The loser will finish in last in District 3, and the opponent next week for the loser will be Royal Valley. For the winner will be Jeff West. I believe the winner will get a home game and the loser will go on the road, from what I've been told, I believe. But we'll wait for Keisha to make that official announcement for you. But that's what's at stake here. Ryan mentioned it earlier, a chance to not only get a first win of the season here, but a chance to potentially give yourself another home game for these seniors. One more chance to go out on the gridiron in their home field. So both these teams have a lot to play for in this second half still. We are halfway through, and we are all even. 8-8. Baldwin and Osawatomie. Second half kickoff is next.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being part of the community we serve. Our roots run deep in Baldwin City, and our commitment runs deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home, or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we're here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for more than 100 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Welcome back to Lynn Dickey Field in Osawatomie. I'm Bryce Kessler along with Ryan Hilmer as we head to the second half of this ball game. The Bulldogs will get the football to start this second half, and so far, Ryan, through one half of football, neither team has really given much. It's been back and forth, kind of anything you can do, I can do, not necessarily better, but the same, and here we are, even up, one half of football to go. What gives here in the second half?
I mean, we'll have to see. It's been, like you said, a very even matchup. I mean, both teams have to feel pretty good about their chances winning this football game. But I think it's probably going to come down to negative plays, just like we talked about in the open. Whoever turns the ball over less gets less penalties and gives up the most chunk plays. I think probably have a pretty good shot at winning this.
We had 3 combined turnovers in the first half, but nobody was able to do anything off of those. The Osawatomie lost fumble on their opening possession. Baldwin turned it over on downs the ensuing drive. And then Baldwin lost a fumble, but Osawatomie turned around and had to punt it. And then, it was the other way around. After Baldwin lost the fumble, Osawatomie turned around and threw a pick right back, and then the half was over. There wasn't enough time to do anything after that one. So nobody really hurt as far as giving up points off of those turnovers. But we'll see if one side or the other can clean it up in the second half as the opening kickoff of this second half. I don't know if they were intending for an onside kick or just got mishit or whatever the case was, but regardless, it's Michael Newman who fields it for the Bulldogs, and that sets up Baldwin with great field position to start this second half.
We'll see what they go with on this opening drive of the second half. Saw a lot of Jack Harvey running the ball. A couple nice completions to the outside, so see if they keep mixing it up here to start the second half.
Well, you mentioned the big plays. We've seen a lot of those throughout the year, given up a lot of them, and the offense has been able to take some chunk plays. Neither team had a play go for over 20 yards in that first half. Osawatomie had just one play over 10 yards. Baldwin with 4 plays over 10 yards, and they go to the air on first down as Harvey was looking to connect with Darnell. The pass a bit behind him, and it falls incomplete. We'll bring up a second down and 10 for Baldwin. Whitaker and Noel in coverage there for Osawatomie. Well, second and 10 coming up at the 43-yard line. Baldwin has been much better offensively in the second half the last couple of weeks. They've had the ball for 6 drives in the second half in their last 2 games. And in those 6 drives, they're averaging 50 yards per drive. They've scored 28 points on those 6 drives. So if that trend holds true again tonight, they'll probably be in a pretty good spot by game's end. Cody Buck on the carry, just a yard on that handoff. Caden Fields helps blow that play up along with Matthew Fanning. So a 1-yard run brings up third down and 9. Bulldogs will probably look to go back to the air here, where Harvey is just 5 out of 12 in this ball game. Pretty similar to the season efficiency. Came in completing 45% of his passes. 5 out of 12 tonight. Looking to throw on a third down and 9. Grossner the target and has the reception for a first down. Riker Grossner with a nice route on the far sideline. Mark him out of bounds at the 34-yard line. A 21-yard completion, the biggest play of the night for either offense. And it comes on a big spot on a third down and 9 to move the chains.
Yeah, we've seen whenever Baldwin kind of gets in a jam at 3rd and long, they like to roll Harvey out wide, give him that option to run or pass. And good connection there with Grossner that time.
Third catch of the game for Riker Grossner. First down at 10 at the 34. Harvey looking for him again into double coverage, incomplete, almost intercepted. Noel was back there defending for Osawatomie, and he got his hands on it. Looked like Grossner almost had to turn into the defensive back to help break that play up, and does so successfully to bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, it's actually a big play from Grossner. Just try to, looks like he's limping a little bit after that one. Hopefully he's all right, but yeah, just make sure that's not intercepted. That's one of those plays where you really miss Mahaffey out there on his size, make a play on the outside for you.
Baldwin's biggest deep threat, Mahaffey, not suited up tonight in what was a game he could have had a coming out party. Here's Harvey on the quarterback keep after the fake to Cody Buck, but Harvey unable to get past Jace Wilkins. The sophomore defensive tackle makes the stop on Jack for just a 1-yard gain. Another 3rd down and 9. They just had a 3rd and 9. They converted that one on a 21-yard pass to Riker Grossner. Where do they look on this 3rd down and 9? Grossner is lined up bottom of the screen. 3 wide receivers to the left. Rolling out to that side with Grossner. Throws over his head and out of bounds. Pressured by Caden Fields. Forced Harvey to just get rid of it. And now 4th down and 9 coming up for Baldwin at the 33-yard line of Osawatomie. So likely field position to go for it again here.
Yeah, another one of those kind of no man's land areas. Is too close to punt. Haven't seen Baldwin even attempt a field goal this year, I don't think so.
Yeah,
not going to do that.
I don't think kicking is in the game plan for him tonight, or any. 4th down and 9. Opening drive of the 2nd half. Baldwin looking for their first lead of the season. Harvey trying to buy some time. Now floats it to the sideline. Incomplete. So another turnover on downs for Baldwin with 10:08 left to play in the 3rd. And Osawatomie's defense comes up with a stop to start the 2nd half. Bulldogs still have not held a lead this year, and that opportunity will have to wait for at least another possession.
Shaping up to be a good football game, though. Could be a wire job.
Osawatomie played a 1-point game against Santa Fe Trail earlier this year, a 15-14 loss. So they've had one come right down to the wire. Baldwin's closest attempt to taking one right down to the wire was last week against Santa Fe Trail. Ended up a 9-point loss. Baldwin, a late score in that game, had a chance at the 2-point conversion that would have made it a 1-score game and given them a chance for an onside kick to perhaps put some drama at that one late. But the 2-point conversion failed. So a 4-yard run here on 1st down. And it's 2nd down and 6 for Osawatomie.
I mean, that's one of those things in the process of kind of just getting better year to year. You learn how to win. It's just playing in close games late. Just getting your guys kind of that feel. It's a little more intense than what a blowout game would be.
Read option. Whitaker pulled it, kept it, and is across the 40 to the 41-yard line. And Azola the tackle after the 5-yard run. 3rd down and short coming up. It's like a 3rd down and 2. Same look the other way. This time Whitaker pitches to Gravatt, runs through a would-be tackler at the 45, and takes it to midfield. They pick up 9 and a 1st down on a 3rd and short. Cody Buck eventually makes the tackle on Gravatt.
Baldwin's tackling's actually been much improved tonight, but just a missed tackle there from Harvey. Can't fault him too much. Good run there, though, for 1st down.
New set of downs just across midfield. Again, option. Gravatt again the pitch, and Wesley Martin bumps him out of bounds at the 46-yard line after a 3-yard run. Gravatt did not have a touch in the 1st half, and he has taken back-to-back pitches from Whitaker. 2nd down and 6 coming up. Carroll motions out of the backfield. They swing it out to him, but he short hops it on the pass. So incomplete pass thrown by Whitaker. Makes it 3rd down and 6.
You got to be aware of that motion if you're the Bulldogs. Look like if that was a good pass, you might have had a lot of running room out on the right side out there.
And didn't look like anybody went out there with him.
It's a big 3rd down here. This could be a swing play for the game. Probably a place in the field they'll probably go for it on 4th anyways, but if you can get a stop here, it could be a big momentum shift.
Yeah, you might be able to change that decision if you can make a
Right.
stop, get a sack perhaps on Whitaker, or if they try that option play, make a tackle for loss. He does throw a quick slant, thrown behind Tigner and incomplete. So it was there, but Tigner could not haul in that pass that was slightly behind him. Jack Harvey on the coverage for Baldwin, and now that will make a decision time for Bo Gadwood as he's got a 4th down and 6 for his guys at the 47-yard line, 46 and a half or so, and they are lining up anyway to punt it, actually, it looks like. So Whitaker, the quarterback, retreats back, way back there. He's about 15 yards back behind the center. And Whitaker punts it away. Bounces out around the 15-yard line. So Baldwin gets the stop defensively, and the offense will get it back. They will have a long field to go. They mark it at the 13-yard line. So 1st down and 10, Baldwin. They need an 87-yard drive if they're going to go down and take their first lead of the season.
I think both coaches are pretty comfortable with the way their defenses are playing, just willing to play a field position type game here early in the 2nd half.
Yeah, that's where even if you aren't able to go 87 yards and score here, just to be able to pick up 20, 30 yards on this drive, give yourselves a chance to flip that field position back the other way. Low snap, Harvey handles it, throws quickly a long throw to the far sideline. Sam Darnell with the catch. Wade Tigner immediately makes the tackle, so no yardage after the catch. But they pick up about 4 or 5 yards on 1st down on that completion to Darnell. So a 2nd down and 5 coming up. Darnell came into this game with 18 grabs for 252. Their leading receiver on the year. He's got 3 for 33 tonight.
See, neither team really, you're going to mistake them for an up-tempo offense. Really using a lot of the play clock every time, taking their time.
Baldwin uses a timeout here with 7:39 left to play in the 3rd. So we'll step aside, tied up 8-8, Baldwin Osawatomie. Both teams in search of win number 1.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
$7:39 left to play in quarter number 3. As the Bulldogs had to spend a timeout, and in a close game like this, you'd kind of like to have those timeouts perhaps late in the ball game. Might come down to that, but Bulldogs having to use one here before 2nd down and 5 play. Harvey's throw behind Grosner, incomplete, as both defensive backs for Osawatomie. Noel was there along with Honesack, and it looked like they may have helped each other not make the catch that time, but fortunately for Baldwin, it falls incomplete, and it's 3rd down and 5. Baldwin trying to at least get some field position, flip back around. They haven't been in a spot where they've had to punt yet tonight. Every time they've made it to a 4th down, they've been basically at midfield or deeper into Osawatomie territory. So this is a big 3rd down and 5 to try to convert, keep the chains moving, and they will. Darnell reaches out and snags the pass from Harvey, twisted out of bounds at the 29-yard line. The tackle at the end of that catch made by Clark for Osawatomie, and Darnell a bit shaken up. But he's able to stay in the game, it looks like, as he comes back into the huddle after a nice pickup on a big 3rd down and 5 conversion.
A really hard landing on that sideline. I think he might have landed on the water bottles or something over there, but he's a tough kid.
He gets a dozen, and I think you're right. It was the Gatorade tray of water bottles that he landed on. That plastic didn't give enough. Big 3rd down catch, though, for Darnell. His 4th of the game, and it's a 1st down and 10 for Baldwin. Harvey grabbed by the back of the jersey. Seth Carroll won't let go of that jersey, giving him a tail as he stretches it out, and Harvey is stopped for a loss on the play. So 2nd down and about 14 coming up after that loss. Five minutes into the second half, the Bulldog offense started the half with the ball, but turned it over on downs. Osawatomie could not do anything with it on their ensuing possession, ended up punting. And now the Bulldogs face a 2nd down and 14. Drive that started back at the 13-yard line. They converted 1 first down. Slant to Groster, through his hands, incomplete. Third down and long coming up for Baldwin.
You always hold your breath as a quarterback every time a receiver tips a ball up in the air. Could have easily been intercepted. Break for Baldwin.
So they need 14 yards on 3rd down. And they probably need all of it. I don't know that they would risk going for it this deep in their own territory in a game that's gone the way this one has.
Yeah, you got to be careful with this play call. Obviously, you're trying to get the 1st down, but you don't want to force something in if you're Harvey.
From the shotgun on 3rd and 14, Harvey throws quick to Darnell, and it's through his hands, incomplete. They weren't going to be anywhere near the 1st down, even had that ball been caught by Darnell. So 4th down and 14, and I would imagine we're going to see our first punt of the game for Baldwin right here.
All of a sudden, this game just kind of a stalemate back and forth. Turned into a who can get a better punt, get the better field position.
And you mentioned which team, it might be which team makes the mistake. You hate to put it in those terms, but
right.
And that was nearly the mistake right there. What a catch by Wesley Martin. He was able to catch that snap that had no business being caught. That was well over his head. Martin, one-hand grab to avoid disaster, able to get the punt away. A late flag has been thrown as well at the end of this play. Well, if Baldwin's fortunate enough to have this penalty go against Osawatomie, and it is a hold, that'll help out too on what was not the deepest of punts, but don't put that against Martin. He had to do everything he had to just catch the snap. Anything on a punt was good there. And he is able to get rid of it, and then they get 10 more because of the penalty, so it turns out not so bad after all.
Yeah, just added to the resume for Wesley Martin. Had a really good year defensively. And showing off some good hands there, making a play.
Osawatomie offense back to work with 6:15 to go in the third. They'll start this drive on their own 45-yard line. Tied up 8-8.
That's where you really got to stay focused, though, if you're the Bulldogs, because they kind of been running that option on you every single play almost, just kind of lulling you to sleep. Might do a little play action, take a deep shot here. Got to stay disciplined.
We've seen them also run that reverse look out of that option start. And here's a swing out to a wide-open running back. Caro runs into Harvey, who uses those wrestling skills right there, put him in the headlock and slams him down. A 9-yard completion to Caro. You mentioned it earlier, Ryan. They tried that swing out a little different look. It was more out of with emotion. This one just a straight swing out of the backfield, but the Bulldogs didn't pick it up the previous time. Got fortunate that it was thrown incomplete, and this time it cost them 9 yards.
Yeah, I mean, that's something the Bulldogs haven't really seen a lot this year is pre-snap motions. It's really important just to adjust to that defensively, get your positioning right.
So now it's a 2nd down and 1. Whitaker on a design rollout, being pressured by Williams. Dangerous throw as he jumped in the air and threw it back across his body to the middle of the field. Wesley Martin was there to break it up for Baldwin, but that was usually a no-no for a quarterback to throw that pass back across his body like that.
Yeah, you can just clip that and put it on a tape of what to show young quarterbacks not to do. That is number 1 rule.
Got away with that one, and it keeps him still in a good spot, 3rd down and 1. So you understand the 2nd and 1, take a shot. That's a good place to take a deep shot, but got away with a mistake on that pass. Here's 3rd down and 1. Carroll has the 1st down with ease. Runs over Cody Buck and all the way to the 30-yard line. Andazola comes away with a football, but they're going to rule Carroll down after a 16-yard run. So there is a little bit of discussion after the play, but ultimately the officials stick with the original call that Carroll was down by contact prior to that ball coming out. So 1st down and 10, ball at the 30-yard line of Baldwin. Quarterback keeper, Whitaker, solid 1st down gain, still going down inside the 25 to around the 23 or 2-yard line. Nowak and Azola again on the stop for Baldwin. But a big 1st down run by Whitaker sets him up with 2nd and short. Second and a short, 3 coming up. Osawatomie led this game 8-0. Baldwin then answered on the ensuing drive to tie the game at 8. And that's where we've been ever since. Option to the near side. Caro takes the toss. Able to run forward through the arm tackle of Sam Darnell. Takes it to the 21-yard line. And it looks like they're just a yard short. So 3rd down and 1 coming up. Just converted a 3rd down and 1 moments ago with Caro. Now another 3rd down and 1, this time from the Baldwin 21-yard line, low snap. Whitaker able to make something out of nothing, has the 1st down. Picked up that low snap and just went straight north and south to get the 1st down. Jake Van Horn makes the tackle. But it's a 5-yard run for Whitaker and a new set of downs for Osawatomie. Three and a half minutes to play, 3rd quarter. 7th play of the drive coming up for Osawatomie. Baldwin has made a couple of stops down here already tonight. Do they have another one in them? Another low snap, option pitch, one-handed catch by Caro. He bursts upfield inside the 5 and drags the defenders into the end zone. 17-yard touchdown run and a beauty by Caro as he ran through some tackles and showed a nice burst around the edge. Caro with the touchdown run and Osawatomie back in front at 14-8.
Every 2-point conversion in a close game is really important. If you can get a stop here and then go down the field, get a score, you have a chance to take the lead, obviously.
They converted their first 2-point conversion with a run to Hunnisack on a reverse. This time Whitaker just tries to bully his way in, straight forward on that run, and I believe he's short. They stop his forward progress short, so a big stop on a 2-point conversion keeps the deficit at just 6 with 3:13 left to play in the 3rd. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you protect what matters most in your life. From insurance plans customized to fit everything you need covered to comprehensive financial planning to help you achieve your goals both present and future. Kelly works uniquely with you face to face to gain confidence in your financial well-being. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
14-8 Osawatomie on top of Baldwin with 3:13 left to play in quarter number 3 tonight from Lynn Dickey Field in Osawatomie. The touchdown drive for the Trojans. 7 plays, 56 yards, 3 minutes, 2 seconds off the clock, and a 17-yard touchdown run by Seth Caro. But the 2-point conversion attempt failed. So there's an opportunity there for the Bulldogs if they can once again go down and answer, perhaps take the lead, something they have not been able to say at all this year, have not led at any point in a game this season. And last time Osawatomie scored, Baldwin came right back on the ensuing drive, went 9 plays, 70 yards to answer.
Yeah, first and foremost, you got to watch for that little squib kick that a lot of teams have been doing against Baldwin. We've seen a couple kicking teams recover that, so you got to.
There is that short kick, but Dylan Williams able to field it cleanly. So 3:12 left to play in the third. Baldwin once again finds themselves trailing at 14-8. But last time they found themselves in this spot, they went right down and answered.
Last few drives, though, it looks kind of like Baldwin's just searching for something to get some positive yardage. See what they go with here.
A throw backwards to Grossner. He'll try the double pass for Darnell, who makes the catch at the 40 and taken out of bounds by Whitaker inside the 35-yard line. A 28-yard completion to Sam Darnell from Riker Grossner on a little double pass out to the wide receiver and on to Darnell.
Sometimes if you're not moving the ball very well conventionally, you just got to draw something up on the sideline, do a little unconventional. Nice pass from Grossner there.
A big chunk to start this drive. Quickly takes him into Osawatomie territory to the Trojan 33-yard line. First down and 10. 3 minutes left to play, third quarter. Baldwin trailing by 6. Harvey on the quarterback keeper. Knocked to the ground at the 31-yard line after a short 2-yard run on first down. It brings up second down and 8. Whitaker with the tackle. There is a penalty flag on the far side of the field. And it's an illegal shift against Baldwin. So that wipes out the 2-yard run. Wasn't much there for Harvey on the run, but it does push the football back to the 38-yard line on first down and 15. Quick throw on the slant. Grossner makes the catch back at the original line of scrimmage. Takes it to the 30, and they pick up 9 yards. So a good first and 15 play to get a big chunk. Get them back into a manageable spot now at second down and 6. Harvey with a pump fake, now on the double move, takes the shot for Darnell, but overshot it. Third down coming up for Baldwin. Back in that area where fourth down is certainly in play for the Bulldogs, so on a 3rd down and 6, doesn't have to be something to get all 6 yards necessarily, but certainly want to get something forward on this play. And if you convert, great. If not, make it an easy 4th down with 2:10 left to play and trailing 14-8, trying to once again answer an Osawatomie scoring drive with a scoring drive of their own. Fakes the handoff to Buck. Harvey flips it out to the flat where it's caught by Darnell. They are short, but as we said, they get the majority of that yardage, and it's going to make this a 4th down and about 1 or 2 yards. Sixth grab of the game for Sam Darnell, and it sets up Baldwin with a 4th down and 1. It's to be a long one, but 4th and short nonetheless, with 2 minutes and 3 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. Baldwin trailing 14-8 on the road tonight in Osawatomie.
I assume they're going to keep the ball in Harvey's hands here. Just need a couple yards.
It's Harvey all the way. And he is spun forward. It looks like the line judge comes running in there with what would be enough for a 1st down. Gravant makes the tackle, but not before a 2-yard run by Jack Harvey and a 1st down for Baldwin. Another nice answering drive for the Bulldogs after they surrendered points. But of course, have to cap it off from the 24-yard line of Osawatomie. 1st down and 10. Ball is loose. Harvey able to fall back onto the 26-yard line. As he pulled it out of the belly of Cody Buck, that ball popped free. Luckily, Harvey quick to pounce right back on it. Just a 2-yard loss. Brings up 2nd down and 12.
It's one of those dangers about running that read option that it's not 100% going to be a handoff or a quarterback keeper. You're kind of reading that D end, and sometimes there can be a little bit of a mix-up. Running back doesn't know if he's trying to give it to you or pull it out, and it's a good job getting back on it, though, by Jack.
2nd down and 12. Ball at the 26-yard line of Osawatomie. Clock down, about a minute left to play in the 3rd quarter. Grossner goes in motion and gets it on a jet sweep, but Osawatomie has it defended well. Caden Fields makes the tackle. It was Whitaker who was there initially and forced Grossner to try to make a move around him, and that allowed Fields to get off of his block and make the tackle for another loss of a yard. It'll bring up 3rd down and 13.
Now you really need something positive, 5-6 yards, get you in a good position for a 4th down if you don't get it all here. Obviously don't want to have 4th and 13 or whatever we got here.
Yeah, no doubt. This is going to be the 8th play of this drive. So it's been a strong answer, but won't feel nearly as good about it if they can't keep it going and find some points. Harvey rolls out, gets away from Fields. Now will try to take off and run, and he is hit hard. Big stop made by Matthew Fanning. The senior defensive end blows up Harvey, and that'll end the 3rd quarter. A 4th down and 10 coming up for Baldwin as we start the 4th. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live. 14-8, Osawatomie leads it.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the next members of their team of compassionate caregivers. If you're a certified nurse's aide or medication aide or interested in becoming certified with company reimbursement, apply today and join the locally owned care team at Morningstar Care Homes, offering paid leave, health, dental, and vision insurance and a low 5-to-1 patient to caregiver ratio. Apply online at morningstarcarehomes.com/careers or call 785-594-2603. Positions available in Baldwin City, Ottawa, Fredonia, and Neodesha.
Big play coming up as we start the fourth quarter here in Osawatomie tonight. It's a 4th down and 11 for Baldwin. The Bulldogs trailing 14-8, and a big 4th down to start the fourth quarter. Harvey to throw. A screen pass set up underneath to Cody Buck. Cody reaches out for that first down marker. This will be close. It's marked just inside of the 15-yard line. They may have to bring the chains out for this one. Great effort by Cody Buck at the end of that play to extend the football. It looked to be a pretty good spot as well. And, they're saying short without a measurement. I figured at least they'd get a measurement based on where the sticks are. But no measurement even. So 10-yard completion on a 4th down and 11. But another turnover on downs for Baldwin.
That was a great play design. Good idea from Coach Lister. A little screen pass. Great awareness from Buck to extend that ball. I thought he might have got it. But
yeah,
we're at kind of an odd angle here to see that first down line. Either way, the defense really has to step up here and get a stop.
So Osawatomie takes over with 11:41 left to play in the ball game. And the Trojans with a 6-point lead trying to add to it. On first down, Seth Carroll running like a man on a mission that time as he ran through a couple of tackle attempts and takes it from the 15-yard line all the way out to the 37-yard line. That's a 22-yard first down run by Carroll. And that quickly gets Osawatomie out of the shadow of their own goalpost back there, and they are all the way out to the 37-yard line, first down and 10. Whitaker taking his time, letting that play clock wind down. Now goes straight forward with it to the 40 for a couple. Josh Mayo the tackle. Second down and 8 yards to go from the 40. I'll call it 7. Whitaker pulls and keeps across the 45 to the 46-yard line. Connor Murray with the tackle, and it sets up a 3rd down and short. Third and a long yard. A little more than 10 minutes to play. I mentioned a big drive here for this defense for Baldwin to try to get a stop. Do not want to fall behind 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. Osawatomie, last time they had it, drove down for the lead-changing touchdown. That drive went 7 plays, 3 minutes, 2 seconds, 56-yard drive. This one off to a good start thanks to a big 22-yard run to open it for Seth Carroll, who's 5 yards shy of 100 in the game. Deep shot and a good catch made down to the 10-yard line is where the receiver is brought down. Nolan Noel hauls in that deep ball from Whitaker, and they pick up 44 yards on that completion, the longest play for either side tonight, and it sets up Osawatomie with a first down and goal at the 10.
Yeah, probably the biggest play of the night there. Just let him get behind him a little bit there. I didn't see who was defending that time, but it's a big play for Osawatomie. Really got to get tough now. Defensive stand now.
Whitaker gives to Carroll, and Seth Carroll untouched around the right edge. They use the block from their star right tackle, Caden Fields, to seal the edge, and Carroll is in with a 10-yard touchdown run. His second touchdown of the ball game, and this one now gives some cushion to the Trojans of Osawatomie, who lead 20-8 with 9:07 to play. Failed on their last 2-point try. This time they keep it with Carroll, who is able to reach it across for the 2-point conversion. with 9:07 left to play in the ball game. It is Osawatomie 22, Baldwin 8 here on Baldwin Sports Live.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846. Serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
A two-score lead for Osawatomie with 9:07 left to play in the ball game as the Trojans go 85 yards on just 5 plays, 2 minutes, 34 seconds off of the clock, and a Seth Caro 10-yard touchdown run. He started the drive with a 22-yard run. He caps it off with a 10-yard run. He added the 2-point conversion as well. He's over 100 yards with 2 touchdowns in this game. And the junior running back for Osawatomie has given the Trojans a 22-8 lead with just 9:07 to play. And the Bulldogs are desperate for an answer now on this ensuing possession. They've got to have something to answer the back-to-back scores from Osawatomie now. High kick towards the side. Morgan makes the catch, did not call for the fair catch, but does successfully haul it into the 41-yard line. So a short field for Baldwin, and they've got to have it now, Ryan. Down 22-8 with 9:07 to go.
Officially now or never time. You got to get the best plays in your playbook that have been working the most all year and then try to mix them up. See if you can't move the ball down the field. A quick score would be great, but either way, you just need to score.
Jack Harvey has completed 11 out of 25 passes in this game, so the efficiency is down a little bit in this ball game for Baldwin. And the big plays have not been there as much either. Just 95 yards on those 11 completions. They start this possession with an option. Connor Murray takes the pitch from Harvey, but he goes nowhere. Whitaker with the tackle of the backfield. And so this drive starts with a negative play, and it sets up 2nd down and 13.
I've always thought it's one of the hardest things to do in football is to run option against an option running team. They see it every single day in practice. They practice against it all year, so they know exactly how to defend it.
And they defended it to perfection right there. So 2nd and 13 for Baldwin. Clock underneath 8.5 to play in the contest. Bulldogs spread it back out here on a 2nd down and long. That ball tipped at the line. It looked like, or it just came very awkwardly out of the hand of Harvey as it wobbles to the ground, incomplete, and sets up a 3rd down and long. Not the start to this possession that Baldwin was hoping for. They knew they needed to come away with points here to answer what's now been back-to-back scoring drives for Osawatomie. But after a negative 1st down play and an incomplete pass on 2nd down, they are faced with 3rd down and 14 for their own 37. Harvey rolls, throws to the flat. Nowak catches it, but is hit immediately by Whitaker. They get 3 on the completion. But the big stick by Whitaker, as soon as Nowak hauled it in, gives him no chance for any yards after the catch, and it brings up 4th down and 11.
Got to give Osawatomie a lot of credit defensively. They're really flying around, making plays. It's been a pretty physical football game from both sides. A lot of guys slow getting up, a lot of hard hits going on.
The energy for this Osawatomie defense seems like it's taken a tick up the last couple of possessions after the offense finally gave them the lead back, and they have starting to feel the energy of a potential victory as Harvey on the double move has Darnell behind the defense for a big play just when Baldwin needed it on 4th down and 11. They get a huge play down the sideline to Darnell on a double move.
So huge, and it's that man again, Darnell, just getting behind him on the double move, like you said. Don't have him a halfie, so somebody's got to make a play, and it's been Darnell most of the time.
On 4th down and 10, they get 48 yards on the completion to Sam Darnell, who goes over the century mark for the second consecutive ball game. And, man, they had to have it, and they got it. Huge 4th and 11 conversion. Now with 7:07 to go, they're set up 1st down and 10 at the 11-yard line. Harvey wanted to throw right now. Tucks it, has all kinds of space back to the near side. Puts a stiff arm into Tigner, who takes him down at the 3. 8-yard run on a nice decision by Harvey to scramble, but Harvey looks like he's hurt at the end of the play. Man, the last thing you want is an injury for anybody at this point. And Jack Harvey comes up hobbled after an 8-yard run on 1st down and 10. He is back up to his feet,
cramp or something.
and it looks like he's stretching himself, like stretching a calf, like that's all it is. And hopefully that is the extent of it. Now they're getting him some fluids, which is a pretty good sign typically that you're dealing with a cramp there. So that's good news, because the Bulldogs certainly don't like their chances to pull off the comeback without their starting quarterback. And you think about just the rest of the school year and the wrestling season upcoming for a good wrestler in Jack Harvey, and coming off of an off-season injury that cost him a couple of games to start this year. But luckily it looks like it's simply a cramp as Harvey walks off the field. Now he will have to come out for a play. So after that 8-yard scramble, it sets up a 2nd down and 3, and they're going to, or 2nd down and 2, and Cody Buck will take over as the quarterback for this play.
Can't say enough about the toughness from Harvey all year. He's just been running the ball hard, making plays, taking big hits, delivering big hits. Hopefully he'll be all right.
So Buck is in at the quarterback spot now on a 2nd down and 2. Ball at the 3-yard line. Buck, straight keep to the right side, and he is slung down by Caden Fields. Let's see where they mark this one. Not a lot there. If he went forward at all, it was for minimal yardage. So 3rd down and 2 at the 3. Jack Harvey back into the lineup, so misses the one play that he had to come out for because of the injury that stopped play, and now he is back in there for a big 3rd down. They're calling it 3rd down and 1 from the 3-yard line. Harvey, quick throw, is batted down. Nolan Noel with the defensive play to keep that one away from Grossner, who was the target. So it sets up another 4th down on this drive. They converted 4th and 11. This one much easier on the surface, 4th down and 1, but you don't have a lot of field to work with. Everything's scrunched in here. It's 4th down and 1 at the 3-yard line. Harvey cut off that cramp, but you'd like to think this is Jack Harvey territory.
Yeah, you have to.
Hopefully that calf has one solid more run in it before he can get to the sideline to get some more fluids. It is Harvey on a rollout. He'll tuck. He runs. Lowers the shoulder pads, just searching for that goal line. He's got the 1st down, but he's short of the goal line. Wait, now they're signaling touchdown. Or are they signaling? No, he was signaling, I guess, first down, but he had, anyway, it is a 1st down. 1st down and goal as Harvey runs for 2 on a 4th and 1 at the 3, takes it to the 1.
The clock's starting to be a little bit of a factor now. Got to get a score quickly here. You're going to need to stop, get the ball back.
And down to 5:20 left to play in the ball game. And they, remember, had to use a timeout earlier as well back in the 3rd quarter. So they're only left with 2 timeouts. Harvey trying to spin his way into the end zone, and a great job. A magician in the backfield that time. Harvey looked dead to rights for a loss and somehow snuck through and spins into the end zone for a 1-yard touchdown run, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. And you mentioned it, they needed to score quick. You can't do it any quicker than just one more play. So with 5:09 to go, the Bulldogs are within 8. which means this two-point conversion isn't an end-all be-all here, but you'd sure love to get it to take the pressure off potentially on a following touchdown if you're so fortunate to get that opportunity. Well, Harvey has Murray to his right here on a two-point try. Trying to close the gap down to 6. Fake to Murray. Under pressure. Throws it up, and it is incomplete. Into traffic. Knocked away from Nowak by Noel. And that will keep it an 8-point game with 5:09 to go. The Bulldogs close back within a score. It's 22-14 here on Baldwin Sports Live.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City.
.509 left to play in the fourth here in Osawatomie at Lynn Dickey Field. And it's back to a one-score game after back-to-back scoring drives by Osawatomie. Baldwin able to answer, and they had to have the answer, and they got it. It took 2 fourth-down conversions on the drive, including a 4th and 11 that they converted with a 48-yard pass to Sam Darnell. In all, the drive goes 9 plays, 59 yards, 3 minutes, 58 seconds off the clock, and a 1-yard touchdown run by Jack Harvey. The 2-point conversion pass did fail, so it stays an 8-point game. This kickoff goes all the way down to the 16-yard line where it's covered up by Whitaker, but that worked out nice. A good kickoff there with no return, and that sets up the defense with a great spot here. If they can get a stop and do it quickly, they should give the ball back to Baldwin with pretty good field position.
Yeah, offense did their job. All the pressure now on the defense. Give them the ball back, give them another opportunity.
Well, Seth Carroll, 21 in red there. Junior running back has been the guy here as of late. He's carried it 15 times tonight for 105 yards and 2 touchdowns. You have to imagine they want to get the ball in his belly again here on a 1st down and 10 at the 16-yard line. That's exactly where they go. And Carroll again able to get the edge. Bumped out by Jack Harvey at the 31-yard line, but 16 more on 1st down for Carroll. And it's 1st and 10 Osawatomie from the 31. Carroll and Whitaker, the two that you got a key on right now for Baldwin. They've combined for 31 carries and 164 yards between those two. Carroll, the running back, Whitaker, the quarterback. And right now, after really not getting gashed for big plays throughout the majority of this game, the last 2 possessions now, Carroll has found some big holes. This is Whitaker, and he is brought down to the backfield. Josh Mayo makes a nice play there for Baldwin, a loss of about a half a yard. So it sets up 2nd down, a little more than 10, with the clock running at 4:45 and counting. 2 timeouts remain for Baldwin. Osawatomie still has their full complement of timeouts. Both teams looking for their first wins of the year. Osawatomie 0-7, Baldwin 0-6. Here's the option. Whitaker keeps it, and he is twisted down by Andazola at the 43-yard line, but it's enough for a Osawatomie 1st down, a dozen yards on the run by Whitaker. And they'll be able to run this clock down underneath of 4 minutes before this 1st down snap.
It's really dig deep time for both teams. Pretty much the same players playing the entire game, both sides of the ball. Not a lot of subs with the numbers they got, so maybe a little bit of attrition that is working the Bulldogs right now.
The running lanes have certainly been much wider for Osawatomie in this 2nd half. Not that time, though. Carroll able to spin out of the tackle attempt by Williams in the backfield. What should have been a loss on the play. Turns into a short gain. Nowak and Martin finish off Caro. But just a 1-yard run, but that could have been a couple yards lost on the play. 2nd down and 9, 3.5 to play. Baldwin looking at about, at most, maybe one more first down you can surrender before it's must-stop time. But it's getting close to that here. 2nd down and 9. Option pitch to Caro. Spins off the Mayo tackle. Ends up falling forward to the 46-yard line. An 11-yard run and another Osawatomie first down.
Yeah, you mentioned it. This is pretty much do or die time now for the defense. You really got to bear down and get a stop.
You're going to be looking at about 2.5 minutes left when Osawatomie snaps the football next. And Baldwin's going to have to start thinking about taking their 2 remaining timeouts on the defensive side of the football to try and get the ball back for one last game-tying drive attempt.
And for the D-line, you just want to try to get as much penetration as you can, try to get a negative play.
It's been Whitaker and Caro all 5 plays so far. And this time they switch it, or no, they keep it to Caro. Caro stays on his feet as he breaks a tackle at the 35-yard line and is all the way in for the touchdown. A 46-yard touchdown run from Seth Caro. It took a couple of broken tackles to make it, but Caro's huge night is capped off on what could be the nail in the coffin for Osawatomie. A 46-yard touchdown run.
That's tough. Osawatomie just wearing the Bulldogs down over the course of this game, just running that ball down their throat. Done a good job not giving up chunk plays really that first half, some of the second half, but just, like I said, maybe some tired legs, tired arms here late, breaking a couple big runs.
That's the 3rd play of over 20 yards given up and the 8th play of over 10 yards given up in this second half by Baldwin. And that is Caden Fields, the 6'4", 287-pound O-lineman who gets the handoff for the 2-point conversion, and he takes it in with bruising power. It's 30-14 Osawatomie with 2:13 to play here in the 4th on Baldwin Sports Live.
Morningstar Care Homes is looking for the next members of their team of compassionate caregivers. If you're a certified nurse's aide or medication aide or interested in becoming certified with company reimbursement, apply today and join the locally owned care team at Morningstar Care Homes. Offering paid leave, health, dental, and vision insurance, and a low 5-to-1 patient-to-caregiver ratio. Apply online at morningstarcarehomes.com/careers or call 785-594-2603. Positions available in Baldwin City, Ottawa, Fredonia, and Neodesha.
With 2:13 left to play in the 4th, Osawatomie has taken a 30-14 lead as Seth Caro caps off a 3rd consecutive touchdown drive for the Trojans. Their last 3 possessions have all ended in scores, all have ended in touchdown runs by Seth Caro, who has put together a career night for the Trojans. 19 carries, 178 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And has put Baldwin in quite the predicament now. With 2:13 to go, the Bulldogs trailing by 16. Morgan calls for and makes the fair catch on the kickoff at the 33-yard line. So it is not over, certainly, but now Baldwin in a tough spot. Down 2 scores with 2 timeouts remaining and 2 minutes and 12 seconds to work with. Can't have any negative type plays at this point. Everything's got to be chunks down the field. Got to score quick.
Never know. Looks like it might be a full moon tonight. Seen crazier things happen.
I'm going with like 7/8 moon.
Yeah, not quite full.
And they fumble it on first down. It's recovered by Osawatomie, and any hope of that late game heroics is shot down by the turnover. Gravatt scoops up the fumbled exchange between Harvey and Murray. And that is all they're going to do it tonight.
Yeah, it's a tough way to end it for Baldwin. They had a well-played physical football game, though. Just couldn't get the breaks they needed.
So we'll see if Baldwin is forced to make the stops, or they're going to use their timeouts here, how they're going to play this, because Osawatomie has gashed them the last 3 possessions, 3 straight scoring drives. And on first down, they hand it off up the middle to Gravatt. He is stopped by Murray at the 23-yard line. Just short of a first down, 9-yard first down run. And the Bulldogs did use a timeout, it looks like.
I think they gave him the first
now
down.
They did give him the first down, okay.
Not that it's too big of a controversy at this point.
And they did not use the clock had stopped because they were looking at whether or not it was a first down. Now the clock continues to run, so with that sign of the white flag waving for Baldwin, we'll see if Osawatomie goes into everybody's favorite formation if you're on the winning side of it, the victory formation. They didn't yet anyway, with 90 seconds to go. Back judge raises his arm to indicate the play clock is getting low as Gravatt handles it again. Newman makes the stop at the 19, 4-yard run. We'll go underneath a minute left to play. Chance to still tell you one more time about one of the broadcast sponsors here on Baldwin Sports Live, Rice Precision Manufacturing. Great job of the great growing company, family-owned company in Baldwin City. If you're looking for a job, check them out. Rice Precision Manufacturing, actively looking to fill positions for skilled CNC machinists and CNC operators with excellent pay, competitive benefits package, and a climate-controlled work environment with friendly support staff who is dedicated to the betterment of their employees. Contact jobs@riceprecision.com to set up an interview. 3-yard run down to the 15-yard line will nearly take this one home. I think, well, they're going to say that they don't have to snap it again, so that's going to do it. The Osawatomie Trojans on their senior night into their 9-game losing streak going back to the end of last year, and they pick up win number 1 of the year to improve to 1-7, and the Baldwin Bulldogs see their losing streak extend to 0-7 on the year, and their losing streak now 8 straight going back to last year. 30-14 the final tonight. The Osawatomie Trojans with the victory over the Baldwin Bulldogs. We'll take a timeout and come back to wrap things up for you on the Baldwin Sports Live post-game show, including naming our Elite Chiropractic Elite Performance of the game. That's next here on Baldwin Sports Live. 30-14 your final. Osawatomie over Baldwin.
Experience the creative home for Baldwin City, the Lumberyard Art Center, featuring Lucy's Corner, a unique local arts boutique, an art gallery with year-round rotating exhibits featuring the work of local artists, creative classes for all ages, community theater, and of course, live local music with Lumberyard Live on High featuring area artists. Visit lumberyardartcenter.org for a full schedule of upcoming events and exhibits. The Lumberyard Art Center. Create, play, innovate in the heart of downtown Baldwin City. With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to. At Family Medicine of Baldwin City, you'll find incredible care close to home. A friendly staff here for you when you need them, offering primary care for all ages from general physicals and health exams to minor procedures and x-ray services, along with an overall patient education, ensuring peace of mind that you're receiving the best care possible in a convenient, accessible manner. Visit lmh.org or call 785-594-2512 to schedule an appointment and learn more about the incredible primary care providers at Family Medicine of Baldwin City, your partner for lifelong health.
Welcome back to Baldwin Sports Live and the Baldwin Sports Live post-game show. The final score tonight, Osawatomie 30, Baldwin 14, as the Trojans pick up win number 1 to finish 5th in District 3 at 1-7, and the Baldwin Bulldogs drop to 0-7 on the year, and they finish in 6th place out of District 3 this season. It's time to name our elite performance tonight, brought to you by Elite Chiropractic. For elite performance, you need elite care. Dr. Ethan James can keep your body in peak condition with the most up-to-date and effective adjusting techniques, treatments for all ages and for all kinds of issues, from sports injuries to just general wellness and everything in between. Go see Elite Chiropractic to get the relief you deserve. Call 785-594-1191 to make your appointment with Dr. Ethan James at Elite Chiropractic. Well, tonight the Bulldogs are needing some big performances from guys to come away with a victory over this Osawatomie team, and unfortunately they come up just short in that. But tonight's elite performance goes to the man who found pay dirt twice for the Bulldogs in this one, sophomore quarterback Jack Harvey. 52 yards rushing on 15 carries with a pair of touchdowns. Gives him all 3 of the Bulldog rushing touchdowns this year. He completed 13 of 29 passes for 148 yards through the air as well. And on a night where the Bulldogs just couldn't quite get the job done, Harvey, finding pay dirt twice, gets the elite performance tonight.
Yeah, no, it was a good game from Jack. It's just been fun all year. Said it about the defense, but just watching him improve. There's a couple plays that, aren't going to show up in the box score, but he just, when he didn't have anything deep, he just either tucked it and ran or, threw it short so nobody could get it. But he's improved all year, and the toughness that he's shown all year I've really been impressed with, just taking a lot of hits, delivering hits. So, we'll give him the performance of the game.
Back with the final stats from this one. Osawatomie defeats Baldwin tonight 30-14 here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Elite Chiropractic provides the latest and most effective adjusting techniques and soft tissue work, while staying up to date on current treatment research to ensure each patient receives their own specialized care. Dr. Ethan James operates with a patient-first mentality, with a goal to get you back to normal as quickly and efficiently as possible. Elite Chiropractic accepts most insurance plans and works with patients of all ages. Get the relief you deserve. Call 785-594-1191 to make your appointment with Dr. Ethan James at Elite Chiropractic.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
(30-14), our final tonight in Osawatomie as the Trojans defeat the Baldwin Bulldogs to improve to 1-7 and drop Baldwin to 0-7. The final numbers tonight: Baldwin 248 yards of offense, 72 on the ground, 176 through the air. Osawatomie 350 total yards offense tonight, 269 coming on the ground as they ran for 6.1 yards per carry, and the majority of that damage coming in the second half. 81 yards through the air for the Trojans, who won the time of possession battle tonight, 25-11 for Osawatomie, 22-49 for Baldwin. The turnovers, even 2 turnovers apiece in this game, and Osawatomie took what was a back-and-forth tie game at 8-8, and then on their final 3 drives, if you don't count the final possession, which actually ended the game when they had to run a couple of plays there to run out the final 2 minutes of the ball game, but not counting that one, their final 3 possessions all went for touchdowns. 7 plays, 56 yards, 5 plays, 85 yards, 6 plays, 84 yards. All were in that 2.5 to 3 minute range, and in the end, 3 straight touchdown drives by Osawatomie to close out the ball game was what they needed to pick up their first win of the season. The Bulldogs with a touchdown drive midway through that first half, and then a late touchdown drive in that fourth quarter, but could not get the defensive stop they needed to give themselves a final crack at it. Final individual numbers for Baldwin: Jack Harvey, 13 of 29, $148, no touchdowns, no picks. And the other completion was from Riker Grossner, who completed a 28-yard pass to the Bulldogs' leading receiver tonight, Sam Darnell. 7 catches, 126 yards. His longest going for 48 tonight. It's his second straight 100-yard receiving game for Sam Darnell. Riker Grossner, 4 catches for 28 yards. Zane Nowak caught 2 passes for 12, and Cody Buck had 1 catch for 10 yards. Jack Harvey was the Bulldogs' leading rusher tonight, 15 carries, 52 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Connor Murray carried 3 times for 17 yards. Cody Buck, 5 yards on 5 carries. And for Osawatomie, Jake Whitaker, 5 of 11 through the air, 81 yards, no touchdowns, and a pick. 17 carries, 55 yards, and a touchdown on the ground for Whitaker. The big star was Seth Caro, though, 19 carries, 178 yards, and 3 touchdowns tonight for Caro. Caden Gravatt, 5 carries, 31 yards. Duke Hanyasak, 2 carries for 9 yards. 3 grabs for 28 yards for Hanyasak, their leading receiver. Nolan Noel had 1 reception for 44 yards tonight, and Seth Caro with 1 grab for 9 yards. Defensively, the Bulldogs were led by Miguel Andazola tonight with 7 tackles. Wesley Martin, 6 tackles, including 1 for loss. Jack Harvey also with 6 tackles tonight. A sack from Michael Newman on the defensive side for the Bulldogs, and an interception in this ballgame from Andazola as well, who led the team with the 7 tackles. Osawatomie led by Walker Beats tonight with 6 tackles in this ballgame, and Caden Gravatt and Caden Fields each had 5 stops. Those are your final numbers in a 30-14 Osawatomie victory over Baldwin. We'll wrap things up for you right after this on the Baldwin Sports Live Post-Game Show.
State Farm Insurance Agent Cody Anno is ready to be there for you every step of the way. From starting policies out to the day disaster strikes, Cody and his team are ready to help. Cody strives to be different, doing things the other people don't and other agencies won't, helping more people in more ways. That's Cody Anno State Farm. Call 785-594-0270 or stop by at 208 Baker Street for a cup of coffee and a free quote for your auto, home, or life insurance with Cody Anno, your local State Farm insurance agent in Baldwin City. When choosing a bank, wouldn't you prefer doing business with a local institution with years of commitment to our community? That's Baldwin State Bank. For more than 100 years, we've been providing products and services specifically tailored to our friends in Baldwin City. Whether it's a free checking account, savings for retirement, or your next loan, we'll be here. Because our roots are here. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
30-14, your final tonight. Osawatomie defeats the Baldwin Bulldogs, and that leaves Week 9 for Baldwin, where they will, I believe, face Royal Valley, and I believe it'll be on the road. That part not official. I'm pretty sure, 99.9% sure Royal Valley will be the opponent for Baldwin next week in week number 9. And I've been told that'll be a road game, but we'll see what Acacia officially releases for that week 9 schedule. But that's what it's looking like for the now 0-7 Baldwin Bulldogs, who will close out the year next Friday night, I believe, on the road, and we believe against 1-6 coming into the night Royal Valley, who is hosting Rock Creek this evening. Don't know, they did lose that one, so yeah, 1-7 now Royal Valley. So again, we'll wait the official word, game time and location and all that from Acacia, but that's what you can tentatively plan on. We'll have the game for you right here on Baldwin Sports Live regardless. And also on Baldwin Sports Live tomorrow, volleyball. The Class 4A Sub-State Tournament in Baldwin is tomorrow, and the Baldwin Bulldogs, the number 2 seed in the overall state playoffs, they will host that Sub-State Tournament. It all starts at 1 o'clock. We'll have all the matches for you here on Baldwin Sports Live, so tune in starting at 1 o'clock for coverage of the 4A Sub-State Volleyball Tournament tomorrow from Baldwin. That's going to do it for Ryan and myself. Thanks for tuning in tonight to another edition of Baldwin Bulldog Football here on Baldwin Sports Live. Unfortunately, the Dogs come out on the wrong end again tonight. 30-14 the final. Osawatomie, the victory over the Baldwin Bulldogs. You've been watching Bulldog Football on Baldwin Sports Live.
You've been watching the Baldwin Bulldogs on Baldwin Sports Live. Baldwin Sports Live is brought to you by Kelly Neufeld, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Baldwin State Bank, Heartland Plumbing, Family Medicine of Baldwin City, Morning Star Care Homes, Trindle Lumber Company, State Farm Agent Cody Anno, One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Rice Precision Manufacturing, Baldwin City Recreation Commission, Elite Chiropractic, the Lumberyard Arts Center, and by the Baldwin City Chamber of Commerce. Visit BaldwinSportsLive.com for the schedule of upcoming broadcasts on your home for the Baldwin Bulldogs, Baldwin Sports Live.